may seem lost in the dust, still we go forward. We don't give up. We are warriors, born to fight. They may chain us and try to hold us back. But what is in our hearts must be free. Doubt, failure, and regret are the enemy, but struggle is in our blood. It's all just fuel for our fire. We can bear the incredible weight, because chains must be broken. And glory comes to those who are free.
They took my eyes for our God. Was it worth it? Yes. Nothing can hide from me any longer. I now know I was merely a tool to my mother. But I am more than she ever imagined. And I will see all that she has built burn. I am Viper Ning, the Crimson Knight.
Life is like a ship. The strong steer the course. And the weak drown.
I'm sorry. I didn't prepare you enough. After I die, you must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
What a joke! You're not fit to be a captain. Much less the dragon.
I command, but I am not free. My heart aches to go in one direction. The needs of my crew pull in the other. What use is a heart to a dragon?
You can't be the dragon if you're dead.
You must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
My father was a great sea dragon. I will be too. I am the Sea Dragon, Queen of the Waves.
glory may seem lost in the dust, still we go forward. We don't give up. We are warriors, born to fight. They may chain us and try to hold us back. But what is in our hearts must be free. Doubt, failure, and regret are the enemy, but struggle is in our blood. It's all just fuel for our fire. We can bear the incredible weight, because chains must be broken. And glory comes to those who are free.
They took my eyes for our god. Was it worth it? Yes. Nothing can hide from me any longer. I now know I was merely a tool to my mother. But I am more than she ever imagined. And I will see all that she has built for her. I am Viper Ning, the Crimson Knight.
Life is like a ship. The strong steer the course. And the weak drown.
I'm sorry. I didn't prepare you enough. After I die, you must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
What a joke! You're not fit to be a captain, much less the dragon.
I command, but I am not free. My heart aches to go in one direction. The needs of my crew pull in the other. What use is a heart to a dragon?
You can't be the dragon if you're dead!
You must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
My father was a great sea dragon. I will be too. I am the Sea Dragon, Queen of the Waves.
and welcome to the Celestra Cup Season 2 Wildcard Finals. My name is Danielle, and of course joining me is the beautiful KBC Sensei. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Danielle. It's fun, and this is like the first time we've been back.
I know, right?
Casting together as well. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and I can't wait for the games to be here.
So this is a really exciting moment because we are basically in the final stage for 3 regions. So at the moment, concurrently, we had Thailand, Vietnam, and then the Wildcard group, which for people that don't know, Wildcard includes all of Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. And essentially what these teams are aiming for is to be the top 7 of their group. If you manage to make it to the top 7, then you're going to go forward to the Top Clans Winter Invitational, which is going to be further on down the line, where you have to play against the other teams, and obviously you're going to be wanting to take the crown there. But the main idea is that you're aiming for that $70,000 prize pool. That is just for that final. And then if you manage to continue on from that final, then you're going to go to the Global Championship, which has a $1.5 million prize pool. So there's a lot of money on the lines for these teams. And of course, it's a chance for them to prove that they are one of the best teams in the region, which I feel like everyone focuses on the money. For me, I'd rather focus on the honor.
Yep, definitely. So it's going to be difficult as well because we are now going to be facing the top teams within the Wildcard Qualifiers. And Wildcard Qualifiers, comparing to the other regions like Thailand and Vietnam, the Wildcard Qualifiers will consist not only 1, not only 2, but at least a total of 5 countries, or at the very least, if I could remember correctly, we have Malaysia, we have Singapore, we have Indonesia, Philippines, Australia, and New Zealand. And speaking of which, let's get into the graphics right here. Danielle, take it away.
Right, so just as we were explaining a little bit before, so this is the format of the tournament so far. So we are currently on the very left side, which is the Wildcard Qualifier. There was a Thailand and Vietnamese qualifier as well. Celestra Cup Season 2. Now, top 7 from each of these groups will qualify onto the next stage, which is the Winter Invitational. Now, the thing is, these teams are also going to have to compete with 8 extra teams, which are 8 pro teams that who'll get a direct invite. We'll know about that a little bit later on. And then if you manage to make it to the top of the Winter Invitational, then you've got the Global Championships, and that's going to be where the big money is at. I know a lot of people have their eyes on there, but we've got to start out small, which is where we are right now, the Wild Card Final. And then, of course, to make it to the next stage, we have to take into consideration the point system. So to make it to top 7, you're going to have to get the most points out of the group. So if you rank first in a round, you're going to get 5 base points. And then as you go down, you get less points. But here's the kicker, right? Base points they're cool and all, but the most important one is going to be your kill points, because depending on your placement, you also have a kill multiplier. So if you rank towards the top end of the bracket, you're going to get a bigger multiplier, and then unfortunately, if you rank 15th and below, then you're only going to have a 1 kill to 1 point multiplier, which it's okay, but of course, you're going to be aiming for a lot of the kills. And KBC, I feel like looking at the point system, kills are going to be hugely important.
Definitely so right there, Danielle. I think kills is going to be important, but placement also plays a part of it. And speaking of which, look at the prize pool right here. We have a total prize pool of $3,300 USD for the whole Celestra Cup S2 for this wildcard region as well. So we have first place $2,000 USD, we have $800 USD for second place, and third place will get $300 USD. On top of that, we have the MVP, which is the player who gets the most kills of the tournament will receive an extra $200 US. And of course, the total prize pool, as stated right here, Celestra Cup Season 2 for all 3 regions will be $10,000 USD. We have the Top Clans 2021 Winter Invitational C Finals, which is $70,000 USD, and the Global Championship, which is $1.5 million USD, as mentioned by Danielle.
That is so much money. I mean, just look at the jump, right? So you have 10,000, which is split across 3 regions, right? Then you move up to 70k, and that's nice and all. 1.5 million? What? It's just like, it's really insane. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is going to be a huge motivator for these teams to really put their leg out, right? I mean, this is a do or die situation. If you get knocked out in any of these any of these tournaments, then you've basically missed out on the chance to represent your region and the global championship. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who ends up coming out on top for SEA, because I think at this point we can easily say that SEA is extremely competitive. Now, of course, speaking of competitive, we're going to be introducing the teams that are going to be playing in today's matches as well. So as you can see on the screen, this is just the half of the teams. We've got another half coming up later, but firstly, we've got Cal Dogs, we've got Parry Party, we've got OMG, love that name. We've got Dog Gang, Comedy, Divinity, PH1, and then Team 321. Now, just to remind people, we have 14 teams in total. KBC, do you want to take a look at the rest of the teams?
Definitely so, Denali. We have those guys. Shout out to the Australian team, as Denali is a hometown Australian girl herself.
Hey.
We have Team Siamese as well, Team KNS, Team GMY, Team Cat, Team Big D, and of course we have our invited teams. First up, we have Team On Me, making the casters difficult to pronounce their team name. They are the top 10 Season 1 teams right here, and of course Smiley being the invited team as well, making a total of 16 teams in a whole.
Yeah. And KBC, if I'm not mistaken, so On Me, is this the only team that actually is a mixed team? Because up until this point, every team has got a fixed region, but
Correct.
On Me, so who's in On Me? We've got a Singaporean, we have a Malaysian, and is it an Australian? I think.
Oh wow, okay, so yes, you are right. On Me is the only team we have 3 different nationalities. We have Amplexus Fatum, he is the team captain, if I'm not mistaken. He's from Malaysia. We have Master Demo all the way from the Philippines, so Manglakas to our friend over there, and Fortivus from Indonesia. So yes, you are right.
Indonesia. No, I said Australia, so I got one wrong.
No worries, but hey, 3 different players from 3 different regions. They are still the top teams from Season 1. And looking forward to today's match, we have the wildcards right here. Again, this is the wildcard qualifiers, the finals right here. 3 p.m. we have the finals for match 1, 3:45 p.m. Which is the finals for match 2. We're gonna have a little break, and then moving on to the match 3 and match 4. That will be a total of 4 matches in this trio format. Remember, we have solos and trios in Celestra Cup, or at least in NARAKA Bladepoint, but this time around it's all about the team game and the team effort. Denley, what you gotta say about this?
One thing I do want to say is that you better grab your snacks now. If you need to, go to the toilet now, because you know we need to reserve the time to play these first 2 matches, right? Because we don't have a break in between. It's between the first 2 matches, so do all that stuff now, right? Do all that now. Then as long as you can sit for the 2 matches back to back, I think it's fine. I mean, you don't want to miss out on the action. We all know how fast the game is. It is ridiculously fast-paced.
Yes, I agree on that. And speaking of fast pace as well, it's all coming down to the hero composition. I know we had this chat behind camera just now. We were talking about, you know, it's going to be different than the pub games, the rank games, because this is going to be a tournament. The tournament has to be different from the original casual regular games, and we're going to see teams running with different team compositions, hero compositions, and maybe perhaps just weapons altogether. Yes, we do have a tier list ready, but you know, who knows, something might surprise us right here.
Maybe. Now, speaking of surprises, we did have a new hero get released just recently into the game, right? It was Yushan, but this is just a quick reminder to all of our fans. So this hero, just because he got released, he is banned from the tournament, just because I do believe there's not enough data to comfortably say that, you know, he's tournament ready. He could be a little bit too OP, he might not be strong enough, so the devs have decided he won't be available now. Maybe later on down the line he might be available for the Winters Cup, but for now he's not going to be available. We will have our other heroes playable, but just a heads up, new character. KBC, I think you have a little bit of experience with Yushan. I mean, he's got 2 abilities. He's got Line Breaker and he's got Troop Decimation. How would you describe him, actually?
Man, he's gonna be an offensive threat right there, Denali. We did mention that Line Breaker is more of a dash and slash type of skill, or signature skill. And the most important thing here, right here, is his ultimate, the Troop Decimation. He becomes a strong general, I think more of a buff up version, just like Tian Hai's Titan's Call, and he's able to just hack and slash opponents left and right with that HB and attributes boost. So he's going to be available real soon, I believe, in the game as well. And speaking of which, NARAKA Bladepoint as well, they are celebrating the 6 million copy sale. So definitely, what's that all about?
Okay, so regarding the 6 million copy sales, so there's currently something going on right now, and you want to get into this right now. So at the moment, there's going to be a free limited edition dagger skin. Okay, it's the Equestrian Blade, and we've also got the limited edition avatar, which is the ancient deity. All players who purchase the game and create an account before the 10th of November, you will get these things for free. And the gifts will be sent out to the players when the new season begins. So if you haven't already, I do recommend that you try and get into this now because, okay, good news, NARAKA Bladepoint is 30% off on Steam. Okay, so if you want to get it now, you get it 30% cheaper.
Yo, I'm a bit salty because I bought the game at full price. But hey, it's okay. Hey, for new players who are trying to get into this type of battle royale game, because we talk about it, this is the very first Eastern martial art inspired gameplay where, you know, a lot of battle royales is all about the futuristic style, using guns, just rocket launchers all the way. But this game emphasizes on melee range combat. So I kind of like it. I really like it over here. And we recently got some info as well, Danielle. Apparently we are starting the game real soon, but without 3 teams. I wonder these 3 teams, are they awake already or not?
Oh, I wonder what happened. Okay, that's really bizarre. So we'll find out a little bit later on when the match starts, but that's a little bit of a blunder because missing out on 1 round of points, that's gotta hurt. I mean, you've got to play phenomenally for the next 3 games if you're going to be able to catch up. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to the game because firstly, looking at these teams, so these teams put a lot of effort into qualifying, okay? We also need to take into consideration that this is not just any regular pub match, okay? This is going to be a very competitive scene for these NARAKA Bladepoint players, and I'm wondering, what's going to be the meta for today? What heroes are going to be most played? Are we going to maybe see a bit of a change? Is someone going to bring a completely new strat that blows everyone literally out of the water? We're only going to find out today, and we only have 4 games.
Yeah, we only have 4 rounds in general, so you gotta be very quick as well. You did mention that the first 3 teams are not in already, and it's gonna be costing them a lot of points. And speaking of heroes, I'm just gonna stick to what the stats state right here. We're definitely gonna see a lot of S tier heroes being played out. We have Matari, who can just turn invincible for our whole teammates. We've got Tarkaji, chug, just going drunk and just blazing people with the blackout ultimate. And you know, we have other characters as well that they can play, but I want to see Kurumi, because Danielle, you did mention before, you want to see a pure support hero, but again, it's not out in ranked games, or the pick rate for her is just so low.
I mean, this is a lot of the discussion around her, right? Everyone's always complaining that, she's a support character and she doesn't fit into this kind of game because she basically has no offense behind her. But what if these players are able to bring out her potential in a competitive setting, that all of a sudden I have a feeling they're going to be able to shut up the haters and be like, she is viable, okay? Under the right circumstances, she is viable. But it looks like we're going to jump into the game right now, KBC. I am so excited!
Here.
Wait, I need to open the stream.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now as well, so no worries about us. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into game here. We're going to see KLDG. This is one of the teams as well, and we're going to go to preview. Oh, there are 2 teams just close to one another here. It's going to be Team 13 and Team 10. Couldn't see what Team 13 team name is, but Team 10 should be TG. It's going to be very interesting to see if both of them are able to get their loot and start the wars ASAP.
Yeah, that was actually a little bit risky because in general, you don't want to be looting away from your team, right? Because if you don't have your team next to you and all of a sudden you just get ganked by 3 people, you're going to be crippled for the rest of the game. So very near miss actually for Team 10. But I really want to see who's going to be one of the more aggressive teams, and if we're going to maybe see some teams play a little bit more passively for the late game. But KBC, it looks like we've got some action right here.
Yes, and this is going to be one of the invited teams. Team on me. They're going to face up against team number 8. I believe this is one of the Filipino teams right here. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. And it's going to be PH1 going up against team on me. Looks like all 3 members are still alive at this point, but then it's going to be a close encounter. They're just going to go get their loot as well here before going in again for the next battle, Denali.
Oh, already right off the bat. I mean, it hasn't even been a minute, right? And we're already starting to see some people get slain. But taking a look at the map so far, a lot of the teams, they're spread out. Although I think the most density we're seeing is actually in towards the middle of the map. We've got another little bit of a fight here, KBC.
Oh, a little bit of fight right now, and team on me will get first blood against Team PH1. It looks like all 3 members are just slicing and dicing left and right with the ground combos, the air combos, whatever you call it. It is going to be most likely. Oh, it's a team white. I think it's a team white right here.
Yes.
But again, there's still one more player still alive right there from TPH. But again, Denali, you have to remember that each team will have one resurrection flower. So even if they fall down and they do not get the revive, they can go straight to an altar and they can revive themselves for giving themselves a one final chance in the fight.
Okay, so it's not too bad, but just starting off the game and being slain like that, I think you're going to be a little demotivated if you're PH1. Looking at where they are on the map, actually, take a look at where Boss M is going. He's looting away from his team. Something I'm a little bit worried about, because if he runs into TTV again, I mean, you're going to be permanently a player down. And you really don't want to be dropping your players this early into the series as well. It's game 1. Arguably, you could say this is where you can make the most mistakes, but do you want to make mistakes?
It's going to be very difficult, especially if you get caught off guard by a much pro team right here, and it's going to be very difficult for the teams to kind of recover. But anyways, Team 11 and Team 13 going up against one another. We couldn't get the names of this, but then look at that, the Yotohime Ominous Blade Ultimate, just slicing and dicing so well, giving a bit of momentum. But then it looks like Team 11, they're still in the game right here. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 situation, Danelli, and now Tumult using the Zephyr prison, just capturing everybody in that sandstorm. And now Team 13 looks like they only have 1 more member left alive. It looks like, Kurumi, speaking of which, her pick rate is very low, but she is proven useful in this situation. The support, the sustainability, giving Team 11 that clean wipeout.
So this is something that we're starting to see already from Kurumi, right? A hero that has been hated by the community because she is such a defensive playstyle. But what if you play Kurumi with a player that is explosive, right? The fact that she can support them, she enables that player to just go completely off.
Definitely so, and just time after time, it's the kills are coming in. Another battle, another PvP going on between these 2 teams, team number 3 and team number 6. It looks like Team PP, I believe that is their name, going in for the kills as well. It looks like they have the momentum with all 3 members surviving. So again, like I said, I mentioned to the viewers and of course to Denali's information, you will have 1 resurrection flower. Let's say you get Team White, it's okay. You just need to find a safe altar, get revived. You have 1 more final chance. But Denali, again, this is definitely a huge blow to their confidence, as mentioned by you.
Absolutely. So they're going to play a little bit more carefully during this next phase once they do get the full resurrection up. And they have to hope as well that when they resurrect that there's no one nearby. I mean, who's to say a team just camps one of the altars, right? It would be a pretty dire situation, but it looks like we're going to be seeing some conflict here. Team 2 versus Team 8, and they've managed to catch somebody here. It's PH1!
Oh, it's PH1 that recently got killed by the team of On Me, and now they're gonna face a little bit of a difficulty right here, going up against team number 2, which is KLDG using whatever they can, trying to sandwich down the members of PH1. Now the technique is you basically need to isolate the team members, and all 3 members try to go for the gank, or at least going for the strength in numbers. But you can see right here, both teams are very close to one another before one of the members of KLDG falls. So it's going to be a 2 versus 3 right here, Denali.
It looks like it. Yeri is going completely off though, and I think Team PKH1, I was a little bit worried about them, but look at how aggressive they're playing. They have basically sent KLDG on the run. So, I mean, considering that they're down 2 Resurrection Flowers, I don't think PH1 are that concerned.
Definitely right so here, and another set of teams facing with one another. This is just going to be an all-out bloodbath warfare, Daniely. This is, again, we are talking about the kill points, you know, the placement, yes, is important, but the kills are very important as well. As finally Tumult on the hero right here is going to use this 4 prison and the Titan's call as well from Tian Hai. It looks like multiple skills coming out as well from Yotohime, and this is going to be very, very chaotic. It looks like they're fighting through the circle as well. This is going to be very difficult as HP and time just completely depletes if they don't do anything right here.
Yeah, they need to get out of that corruption, because unless you've got some kind of sustain, there's a very good chance that you just get stun locked in there and you're just going to go down. So, they're so brave to continue fighting, but it looks like we're going to get a bit of a down here. They're still racing against this corruption. Big D wanting that kill, and he will be able to get the drop off at least. Now, what's the plan here? Are they going to commit inside the corruption?
I believe so. They feel that they're confident enough to take the fight in the corruption here. And now Team 7 looking a little bit lost here. I believe it's a full team fight. Team 13 winning the fight. And yes, they can sustain all the way. But Team 7 still have a chance to move on to the next safe altar and get the revive.
Looks like with another fight here, KBC.
Looking at that, team number 1 right here, Daniely. It's going to be on me. Remember, 3 different players from different countries, top 10 teams in S1 or Season 1, and they're showing their might right here. Slicing, dicing with the katana. Master Demo holding on here, trying to get the kill, and I believe the damage is enough to take down one of the members of team number 12, and still surviving here. Team number 12, 2 versus 3. Can they try to take down this Kurumi? At least take down one to make the fight as even as possible, but look at that, the dashing, the skills, just running away at the right time, and having the backup as well from Master Demo. Master Demo so close with the katana, able to take down, I believe that's critical, but then, yes, I think, still alive, it's still alive, he is still alive, but very, very minuscule of health, and leaving his last member trying to cultivate, trying to go back as well, and they will have a revive in hand, but then they are in the Bane Breath zone. It's going to be very difficult if you don't have the charm, because it's a one-hit KO placing.
A little bit of a scary moment, but I think it looks like the team's going to be able to get out of there safely, but as we can see, the corruption's starting to come in, KBC, and the teams are running out of space. We're actually starting to see a lot more conflict now, because these teams, firstly, they're going to be committing for these kill points, but secondly, you cannot, under any circumstance, start losing your Resurrection Flowers. You want to save this for as long as you can, right? Because you want to have that second life for later on when the fights really start to get very tense. And as you can see, the team that we're looking at right now, a lot of these teams just don't have the access to their flowers anymore.
Yep, you know, a lot of them just fallen down, got off guard, or maybe caught picked off by multiple teams, and, you know, just removing that one last chance in life. And, you know, not only that you lose your life in there, but you will be given random weapons, and you have to start all over again from the looting phase, all the way till the top. So very difficult if you were to lose, but again, that second chance in life is critical for everybody to play.
Speaking of play, I think we're going to be seeing some combat here for these two teams. Team 3 versus Team 9.
Winds are ready.
Looks like Team 3 is just going to compose themselves a little bit. Yes, they do have mistaken now, but get ready. But hey, moving on to the next fight. Here, team number 1, the team that everybody is looking forward to. The 3 different players from different countries going on against Team 11. Team on me. They are definitely on fire, Daniely.
I should change their name to On Fire. I mean, these guys have been going completely off in this first round, and wow, I think if any team suddenly sees them in their game, they're got to be thinking, guys, we need to retreat. We cannot compete with this team. Just because of how aggressive they're playing, and they look so comfortable when they play as well. Now, speaking of comfortable, we might be seeing a comfortable PH1. They played aggressively before. Are they going to continue on?
Yes, they're going to continue on right here. They are hungry for kills. They are hungry to salt carnage right here in the Evergreen. Oh my goodness, is that a 2 to 3 man combo? That's a squad wipe out right there, Danielle.
That was such a delicious combo. All three players got gripped and they just got slain. Wow, PH1, seriously, that was just a phenomenal play. That's 3 kills. That is 3 kills, and these guys, they're making their way up that leaderboard the longer they survive.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a look onto, let's say we just do a recap right here, and oh no, speaking of recap, there's another fight going on here. It looks like it's going to be Team PH1 instead. Oh, they got caught out by Team number 12, and this is the off-guard motion here. Team PH1, they did such a great fight in the earlier stages, but now they are falling down like flies. Team number 12 is going to hack and slash air ground combo. Nothing to lose. They are hunting down for the last player of PH1, Matt Cola, running away for his dear life. Can he make it out alive, Danielle? That is the question.
I'm just wondering, does he have any regen? Because he's trying to make some space between himself, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I said so many good things about PH1, and then all of a sudden Team 12's like, gonna eat them right up, but it looks like Team 5, they want to get a little bit of this action as well, and 12, now they are on the retreat.
Yeah, team number 12, they noticed that this is not the fight they want to take against Team DG, aka Dog Gang, and now looks like Team DG just going to slay 2 players already, looking for the 3rd one, and it's going to be a squad wipe. Even though with the base rep, it doesn't matter. They got the kill and they got the win.
And they're also going to survive a lot longer in this tournament. Now, just a reminder, guys, we have 23 players left alive, and this corruption just continues to shrink. Looks like PH1, we've got 1 player left. It's Boss M, and he's hiding. He does not want to be found out. He is the only player left for this team.
Was he the only player against Team On Me who survived and he got that extra flower? I believe so right there, Danielle. And you can see a couple of players, they're just gonna take it chill, they're gonna relax. It's not necessarily that you win just because of getting kills as well. But again, we do want to remind everybody in the stream, you need to get both kills and placements in order to get the highest points per round. Alright, remember, it's going to be kill multiplier for the higher placements. I believe if the first place is 1.6 times of every kill you get. So again, placement is still something to consider for all these teams, and that's why they are camping right now as we speak.
Yeah, I can see why some of these teams would want to camp, because during the last round you are going to get kills regardless. I don't think there's any situation where you suddenly win with no kills. That would be very bizarre. But
I didn't see them coming.
Be careful with that ballista.
Yeah, and Fortivus was actually using the ballistic missile or the ballistic launcher. This is actually a very painful weapon. It's found around the map. It's something like an environmental item, but once used and once hit, it could be deemed very, very dangerous onto the hands of the player who knows how to use it. Speaking of which, you can see that the corruption circle is closing down. Danielle, what you have for us right here?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of action on the eastern side of the map. If anything, you're going to be very happy if you're on the western side, because it looks very quiet. I believe it is this team here, PP. They are basically alone on the map. Oh no, this is the eastern side. It's a different team.
All right.
But we're going to be seeing a lot of action very, very soon. And just taking a look at some of these teams, some of them seem well equipped with a lot of extra shielding and healing, but we'll see if they're going to have time to use it, because the game is happening so quickly. I don't know if they can use it.
Oh, what a quick succession break coming in from the side of team number 3, Team PP. Just running and gunning against strength in numbers. They take down the weakest opponent first, then they move on continuously to take the squad wipe. It looks like team number 4 in a lot of trouble, and it's going to be another trio squad wipe going into the favor of Team PP. And team number 10 as well from Team PG, or those guys, I believe that's their name. Hey, shout out to the Australian team, Danielle. What you gotta say to them?
I mean, they're enjoying themselves, right? Just having fun down under. I don't think they've seen anybody yet.
Oh man, come on! This is your home team. You know, this is something that you want to put a little bit of emphasis on. I mean, it's all fair and love to all the other teams, but you gotta give them some little bit of hope here because they're the only Australian team. I believe they're the only Oceania region team as well within the Southeast Asia Wildcard qualifier.
It just looking at how the team is playing, I think they're just prepping themselves for the late game. I mean, this just seems like they're trying to stay away from the opponents, but also just continue to loot, right? Because one of the biggest advantages going into that late game is once you're fully equipped, you have a tactical advantage because you have the region, you have the extra bonuses. You've got, in particular, the weapons and armor, right? Armor plays such a big role in that late game because you can take many more hits than someone who, let's say, a team is under-equipped and has decided to try and play for the late game.
Agree, definitely so right here. And right now, you can see initially, you know, PH1 boss, he was just camping over there really well, very silently. Yeah, he's actually just camping in the bush. He did not move at all, Denali. I mean, if he were to move, then we can just say GGWPs in the chat. But speaking of chats, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We have 102 people on Twitch. I'm actually reading some comments on Twitch later, which I will address as well. So keep your support coming in for your teams. Let me know which teams you all are supporting. But most importantly, if you're on Twitch, if you link your account on Twitch and with NARAKA Bladepoint, your account, you can get a free Immortal Treasure. That's free stuff for us, guys. Denali, do you like free stuff?
I mean, who doesn't like free stuff? I'd be lying if I said no.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
Alright, so we did take a look at one of the team's inventories. Unfortunately, it disappeared as we were just about to talk about it, but that's fine. Next time, we'll talk about the inventory. As of now, though, we're taking a look at DG, which I do believe this is a Dog Gang. And I believe DG have played fantastically up until this point. We did see them get a couple of skirmishes. Ooh, they're getting really close to TG. But it looks like they're going to be able to part ways. But, but there's another team coming. A new challenger. Team 7.
Ooh, Team 7 also is very close to that. I think Team TG, top, those guys, there's just a camp around here, this area. They don't want to reveal their position. I mean, having such a prime position, and like what Danny just mentioned, they're waiting for the late game. They're waiting for the right moment. They're in a circle as well, so there's not much crazy things to do. But speaking of which, at least they have intel right now. And we have a fight right here, ladies and gentlemen. I could not see the screen properly, but that is DG! Dog Gang from Malaysia getting hack and slashed by Team 13. We have no idea Team 13 is which team because again, it's all Mandarin and a little bit of Japanese kanji. But again, here comes the ultimate from Ken Highs, the Titans call. Just waiting, lurking, finding members here. DG holding on to their ground. Yes, I believe they're still alive with all 3 members at this point of time. But then again, using the Titans call in that moment when they got caught off guard is definitely the right move, Danny.
Yep. Now, going into this late game, I wonder what's going to be the approach for some of these teams if they just go all out with these kills and say, to heck with placements, maybe placing top 4 is going to be good enough because you get the multiplier. Although it looks like we do finally get a little bit of action. It is Team 1 versus 13.
Yes, Team 1. Team on me, on me, on me. Everybody's just chanting in the chats right here. Master Demo. Why is Master Demo using Kurumi? Denali. Why is everybody using the different heroes or the different characters that they are not used in ranks or pub games? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tournament. They are fighting for that 1.5 million global championship prize pool here, but they have to start from scratch. They have to start from small, so they have to try something different here. And now it looks like Team 1 is out away from the frame, but then it's going to be Team 5 instead that faces trouble against team number 13. Or maybe, oh, there's another team as well. It's a 3-party Mexican standoff, Danny. It's so confusing. Look at all the players just left and right, hoisting and dicing, and the Yotohime's ultimate just went to waste. EG just gets that easy kill onto one of the members of Team 13.
And actually, in the background, I did see one of the teams, Team 1, is basically just watching the fray. So I think what's going to end up happening is that they're going to try and backstab these teams once everything has settled. So they don't want to get into the nitty-gritty as of yet. So we'll take a look a little bit later as to when Team 1 wants to get into it. For now, it's going to be Team 3 versus 13. It seems for now, 13, they are struggling. Although I think Team 5, they have engaged into Team 1 instead.
Over there. By the way, correction on my end. It's not Kurumi, it's Matari. Hey, maybe they just want to change things up. Again, Matari is an S tier player or S tier hero to be used on side of Team 1, which is Team On Me, On Me, On Me. And again, the ultimate is ready already, so it's going to be unseen games, perhaps at the right time, using at the right moment, as Master Demo hack, slicing and dicing. Ooh, just went disappearing over there. So Team 1 holding on to the ground, finding their target. 3 against 1 is definitely an instant kill. Another kill in their back. And it looks like they want more blood right now. Team number 10, Team TG, the Australian team, going up against the invited team. Will be the winner. Campbell going in with the Titan's Call, just stunning multiple foes, but it's not going to be enough. Team number 1, on me, looking very solid, looking very fresh. Kenji, last man standing, the last Australian player, 1 versus 3. It's not going to be possible. He will fall down, and it will be it for Team Those Guys.
Oh, that's going to be such a disappointing situation for the Aussies. Unfortunately, they do get knocked out, but they did survive for quite a while in this matchup. Although, if anything, all eyes on me. It is so strong. Just looking at how these guys are playing, they are so confident in their engagements. They are happy to fight, okay? In a lot of situations, a team that is happy to fight is a very scary team because you are fighting on their terms. They are the ones engaging. They pick where the battlefield is going to be. It's either you comply or you run. And we've seen so far, if you do not comply, you are dead because you don't get the option to run. So I'm wondering if they're going to be able to continue their domination, or if we could be seeing a team that could potentially stop them. Now, we do have, I do believe, 3 teams that could shut them down. Okay, but the question is, can they shut them down?
Yeah.
Is it 4? Sorry,
I mean
3 other teams. 3 other teams that could shut them down. Yep, sorry.
Yep. I think this is going to be great. You know, team number 1 is definitely, they have a bounty on their backs already, right there, definitely. And
oh, hell
but then again, they are the team. They are the team to be stopped. If I am the opposing team, maybe perhaps I'll just wait for other opponents to engage them with that. Just right now, team number 7 going up against Team On Me, 3 versus 3. This is a fair fight, but then who will be the better team out of this conflict? Here, going to be hacking and slashing katanas, the long blades, and the great sword as well. But then the corruption circle, remember that, is not in their favor, so they have to be very careful. But then team number 7, ooh, very closely on the one of the players here, using the Titan's Call at the right time, able to regenerate a little bit of HP, and then pushing forward away from Master Demo. Ooh, outside of the corruption circle as well, just charging down, just chugging down his HP, just stunning them all the way. Team number 7 still holding on to the ground of this one of the best teams in this game, which is on me, and on me. I don't think they have enough resources to fight back here. They're already down by 1, but no! They're gonna slide down here. It's gonna be again. They are in their favor, taking down 2 members already from team number 7, leaving only Yeonjun, I believe, the last man standing in number 7. Frostivus is just side by side with one another, and Master Demo, he's gonna use and attack the opposite team. Another clash of battles going on forward, and this is going to be most likely the end of team number 3 right here. PP, yep. Oh, Rayman, last man standing, and he's gonna get sliced and died through team 1.
KBC, we are looking at the winners. Like, without a doubt, I just do not see these guys losing this round. And I knew what Team 7 was doing. This was such a cheeky play, right? What they were trying to do was they were trying to lock On Me into the corruption. Like, they were I think it was Shia. He was constantly trying to grab them and throw them out into the corruption. It was very funny to watch. I mean, it is a potential strat, but On Me, I don't know how they did it. Like, throughout the entire fight, they were almost at full armor, they had full HP, and they just didn't take any damage at all. So even with those shenanigans from Team 7, look at them. It's down to DG, okay? DG, Dunk Gang, can they shut down these monsters?
It's very difficult. They are 3 on 2 right here, and now it's going to be so impossible because look at the positioning, look at the confidence coming in from Team On Me. Even though with the Titan's Call, is it enough from Team Dunk Gang?
Plus EM is alive! He's not dead!
Oh, look at that! They are just firing on him. They're just gonna make way. Don't really want to go into his melee range, even though he does get a grapple right here. Does cause a little bit of damage, but then again, strength in numbers is 80. And PH1 boss them, like you say, Danny. He comes up from nowhere, and now he's gonna go 1 versus 4 against them. At least PH1 gets the second place because this is definitely impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our match 1 winners. It is team on me, on me, on me.
Oh my gosh, what an ending! I did not think Boss M was still going to be alive because he was wasn't he basically camped by On Me for the majority of the game? Like he was just hiding in the bush. He was just hiding in the bush.
I mean, Denali, it's a smart move. It's a smart move, right?
Yeah.
Earns them second place. Multiplier of points is 1.5, I believe. So they got 5 kills. So that's actually a very, very smart and safe move. But then again, all eyes onto the previous top 10 teams, which is team on me, on me, on me. My goodness, they are just on fire. Frostyverse 8 kills, Master Demo 6 kills, their captain Ambitious Fatum, or I'm just calling Fatum, 2 kills in general. But then everybody is just performing at the high pace of level, Denali.
And you can just see that they're basically oozing with confidence whenever we saw them fight, right? I don't think we ever saw the team get ambushed with their pants down. It was always them on guard. The moment they saw movement, they would always pursue the kills. And this is a sign that a team, super confident, they are 100% coordinated. And you have to wonder, how do you counter a team that is firstly extremely skilled in terms of mechanical skill? And having that level of confidence, one of the only ways that you can really take a team down like this is to be equally skilled or better. And so far, no one has been able to play at the same level. So looking at the competition, you have to think, what's the play? Are people going to be basically gunning for the second place? Because I think if they play like this again, On Me, easily first place. Fantastic performance.
Fantastic performance indeed. And now we're going to take a look onto highlights right here so you guys have a little bit of a recap on the performance of our teams right here for the Wildcard Qualifiers.
The sea dogs of war. I didn't see them coming! Join the fray and I'll up your head.
The sky's darkened. Winds are ready.
Let my friends be healed! Come on, team, back me up! Hungry thing, the great.
They're hitting me! Stop hitting me!
Join the fray and I'll up your head. Thank you. They dare attack this sea dog?
Care to join me in this fight? Come!
On my enemy, they'll never see me come. shall make you regret it.
Awakening!
The shadow thickens.
Avast, enemies! I can use this! Sword or two! Now! Raise colors! Let them know fear! You're more valuable. This attitude is not easily earned. You have it. Not bad. Let them know fear! Shame. Well, I thought you'd be more interesting.
What an incredible game to open up Game 1 of the Celestra Cup Season 2 Wildcard Final. Now here is the scoreboard for our first round, and no surprise, 30-point opening for On Me, On Me, On Me. I am not surprised. These guys were absolutely crazy during the first round. The one team that did surprise me though was PH1, because these guys basically got eliminated, I want to say towards the beginning of the game, but it came down to Boss M. Okay, Boss M played like a boss. He had to hide, and he popped out at the very last second as the last player remaining. Yes, he got slayed by On Me, On Me, On Me, but he got his team the multiplier, which is so important, especially if your team gets slayed early on. So props to PH1 for being able to pull one out from for Parry Party.
Yep, that is definitely a boss move right there. There's a long Malakas move on coming from Philippines teams. But again, all eyes are onto On Me, On Me, On Me right here. Of course, we're going to shout out the rest of the teams. We're going to give you some love. On third place, we have Parry Party. Fourth place, we got Dog Gang. Fifth place, we have those guys all the way from Australia right there. Sixth place, we have Cat. 7, we have Team Big D. 8, Team 321. Team 9, Team K and S. Team 10, Definity. Team 11, Cow Dogs. Team 12, OG. Team 13, ComD, and of course the other 3 teams that did not attend the first match would be Smiley, Siamese, and GMY. So very interesting to see how Team On Me just dominate the game. They won the players that they weren't passive, you know, they were very aggressive, and I felt like this is the key to winning NARAKA Bladepoint tournament right here, Danielle.
Yeah, I do feel that, especially in this kind of tournament format, right? It what's the word I'm looking for? There's a particular word. I lost it. It's not it's not challenging. It rewards aggressive play. There we go. Right? So with the point standings, it rewards aggressive play because you get the multiplier plus placement points. I mean, 5 is nothing if you come second and you have a whole maybe even top 4 and you have a whole bunch of kills. Like, personally for me, I feel like the point multiplier is way more important than placement. So
agree.
Right off the bat, On Me, I find it very difficult to see if anyone's going to be able to catch up to them at this point in time, but we still have 3 more games to go.
Yeah, and shout out to the chats right here on Twitch. We got one of our viewers, Slit KR. He mentioned recommend Team On Me to change their name to On Me Cube, which I agree, because it's very difficult for us to say Team On Me every single time. But anyways, we gotta look out onto them, and of course to all the teams out there, I believe this team is already in their bounty list. But Danielle, as you mentioned, should we, let's say we are the team, should we even approach them in the first game? Do we even want to take the fight? Because we already know that this is a high risk, high reward style of play.
Okay, I have the perfect strategy. Right?
Go ahead, tell me.
Okay, so you dodge. You literally dodge them. Okay, you know how you dodge them successfully? You give them an offering of one of your players and you run. Okay, you offer your player and you just run. Get out of there. Okay, here. Just, I don't care if you have to play rock paper scissors to decide who it is that dies. Maybe it's the least skilled person on the team. Okay, offer the player, and you both run in opposite directions. Absolutely no way will you lose your entire team, okay? But unfortunately, this tactic only works 2 times because you can't offer all 3 players because you effectively get knocked out. But it's a potential. Jokes aside, I really don't know how you would approach this team in a competitive setting because so far they have outskilled all the competition in close combat. They are amazing trackers. I think the only player that they didn't track was Boss M from PH1, but again, kudos to Boss M. He did play fantastically when it came to hiding. And even during the final corruption circle, right, there were 4 teams left. OM was fighting another team, no big deal. You had 2 other teams on the other side. They didn't even bother fighting each other. They were more concerned about watching what OM was doing. So, is it basically going to be OM versus the entire world? Because maybe everyone just joins forces and says, we need to take this team out together.
Yeah, I agree. I think another way they could do it is, again, art of misdirection. Wait for a team to attack them first. And, you know, when dog bites dog, the dog is definitely going to be injured. So the other team, the rest of the teams can take the opportunity before Team On Me can go in with their recovery, you know, eating up their utilities and stuff. They can come in, they can just launch upon them and get the easy kill. The problem is the recovery time of Team On Me is just next level, Danielle. I don't think, I mean, this is their first game, maybe everybody's not warm up yet, but, you know, judging from their performance, this is just top-notch gameplay.
It was. I mean, going back onto Regen, this was something that I kind of noticed with them. When it came to Regen, the team coordination is next level, to the point where basically one person is regenning and the other 2 teammates, they're either keeping tabs on who's where, or they're keeping them busy by just engaging. So the fact that, I mean, I think we kind of pointed this out, not 100%, but during round 1 when they were fighting Dog Gang, right? They basically walk out of that fight, all 3 of them, with full armor and full health. Even after a full engagement. And this was with Dog Gang trying to basically pick them up and throw them out into the corruption. So, to be fair, it's a little bit of a cheesy strat for them to try. It was a little hard to execute. It didn't succeed, but OM, I mean, just watching them in that fight alone, you can see the level of coordination these guys have over the competition. Because outside of them, the teams, I mean, everyone gets a little scrappy at times, but OM, I feel like, is the cleanest team right now.
Yep, they are the cleanest team. They are the team to be emulated by the rest of the teams. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching the stream, thank you so much for your support for the NARAKA Bladepoint Celestra Cup Season 2. My name is KBC Sensei, and of course, next to me is the one and only Danielle. We'll be taking our voices. We are the talents of this stream. So you guys got any questions in the comments, let us know down below. Let us know which teams you are supporting, because I see a lot of teams, they are a little bit confused, especially with the score. The score system, that's number 1, and then, you know, they were mentioning why is this team not playing in the qualifiers. Again, we have 3 different regions. Maybe Danielle will have a better explanation for that, because I have no clue. I just commentate games, fighting hackers.
Wow. Alright, so
go ahead, Danielle.
So the first question was, how does the point system work, right?
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
So the point system, it's a little bit different to your traditional battle royale, where I think in other battle royales they'll do 1 point for each kill, and then you get placement points depending on your place. So how it works for NARAKA Bladepoint for this tournament is that you will get a fixed number of points for placement, which is very standard. First place gets 5, and then it goes down from there. It's not as generous as some of the other games. Now, where you get most of your points from is from kills, and how this differs from traditional battle royales is that the higher you place, you actually get a point multiplier for kills. So I guess a good example for this is if your team comes in first place and you get 5 kills, okay, those 5 kills, if you times it by god, forgive my math if this is wrong, so 1.6 for first place, you will finish up with 8 points from kills alone. Okay, so that's your kill points plus the 5 points, and then that's going to be your total score from your placement and your kill points. So it's a little bit confusing. I had to pull out my calculator for some of this because I'm going to be honest, I can't math most of this in general, but we have different levels of point multipliers. But the most important one to remember is first place, which is 1.6, which it's huge. It is huge.
Yep, agree on that. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of regions, we have 3 regions, by the way. This is something I could remember. We have Thailand region, we have Vietnam region, and of course you guys are watching the Wildcard region qualifier. So what is the Wildcard? Basically, we have a lot of countries stuck in this, and it's going to be a very challenging region because only one team will be able to win the main prize, which is 2,200 USD. Of course, we're going to choose the 7 teams moving forward till the next round of tournament, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is the Top Clans Winter Invitational Cup, which is coming real soon.
Yeah, it's coming real soon, actually. I think it's, what, maybe 2 weeks from now? 1.5 to 2 weeks. It's really close. So
very, very close.
So we're going to have a lot of action.
Definitely so. And speaking of the action, you look like team number 10 going up against team number 12 really closely. This is going to be those guys, the sole representative of the Australian side, Oceania region, that's playing right here in the competition. And now team TG, they are going in swords blazing. I will say this right here. Look at that katana. I believe that's a katana right now, and the counter circle is most likely on the top right of the map. A lot of players are actually outside of the corruption circle or the next zone in place. But speaking of which, those guys, they are going to hammer down their opponents right now, or they are getting hammered. That will be the question here. Kenji, very low on HP, has to make a move with the Yoto Hime using the great sword, but then will get eliminated with team number 12. But team number 12 instead, they will lose all their lives. So that is the first. Oh no, wait, there's one more player of team number 12. I'm a little bit excited right here, but it's going to be 2-for-1 trade-off, and I think team those guys, they are happy with the outcome.
Hey, opening up with some kills, going to be very happy with this. I think it's going to be a little bit of a motivational boost, plus you get the extra loot, right? This early on, the loot's going to be super important, and as long as they don't die later on and have to use their own resurrection flowers, then they can keep the loot, and they're going to be poised for that late game. But of course, you've got another engagement here. It's a lone player from Team 7, but he's got some backup, but that backup come too late.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a misplay right here. He was so alone, was very isolated between his teammates, and now the strength in numbers again. Naraka Bladepoint is the strength of numbers games. You really want to get as much gang power in your side, and now 3 on 2, or no wait, it's 2 on 2 motion right here. But then Team 7, they are in a lost cause. They will fall, and team number 3 will make it out alive. They only lose 1. But then there's more to come right here. Team number 5 against team number 9, and I think team number 5 eliminated team number 9. So team number 5, which is of course Dog Gang, hailing all the way from Malaysia, getting a comfortable lead at first. But again, you still have a chance to survive. So looks like team number 3, PP, they are just going to face up against team number 1, which is team on me, and they are the hot team right here. Looks like one of the players already using the ultimate from Telmuch, which is the Zephyr prison. But then it looks like team number 1 on me, they are not faced. Master Demo right here, hacking and slicing with the katana, looking forward to pair the combos and the counter attacks. And finally, the last member of team number 3 from Team PP will fall down, but they still have a second chance in life here. But that's just going to show you that team on me is still on fire, Danielle.
There was some good news actually for team, I believe it was team 7 that just dropped, right? So they did manage to get the drop off onto Amplex's Fatum. So they did take down one of the players, but I guess that did use one of his resurrection stones. It's not too bad. Sorry, resurrection flower, but looks like we've got another fight here already with the ultimates. Everyone's relentless for game 2.
Definitely, this is going to be a back-to-back 4th battle. It looks like team number 7 going out against team those guys. Team number 7, a lot of pain through the Titan's call, but then it looks like team number 7, Shaya, he will call out his own Titan's call as well, but then already 2 members down. Is this ultimate worth it? Because you have to remember the cooldown on the Titan's call is very long, and Shaya 1 versus 3, can he make something out of this? It's going to be very impossible, and it's just going to wait the timer to go down, and he is going to be toast instantly from the side of team those guys.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, not just the fact that the ultimate's now going to be on cooldown, but because he's alone, he's not able to utilize it with his team, right? Because his 2 teammates are dead, and Team 10, they were basically just playing dodgeball with it, right? Just dodging the grips. As long as they don't get grabbed, they're totally fine. Don't even need to waste any regen. So that's a bit of a disappointing situation there for Team 7, but it looks like Team 3 have actually run into Team 11.
Yeah, speaking of which, Team 3 who suffered the trio defeat against Team number 1, which is Team On Me. They're gonna face up another formidable foe right here in Team 11. Team number 3 PP. Oh, I think they're running away. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the loot and their soul jades are not well prepped or not in the higher tier. But then it looks like Team 11 say, you know what, it's time to battle here. Do not escape the fight as we are going to go into a hack and slash hunting. Right now, it looks like Valatroy will use the Nita Nightmare alongside with Viper Ming's ultimate as well, the Twilight Crimson. A lot of ultimates just coming in back and forth, and it looks like Team number 3, they are gonna get a full wipe out in the hands of Team number 11. Oh no, wait, hold up. Rain Man, last man standing. See it, Denali. He's just hiding in fear at the moment.
Oh, I better be hiding in fear. The team is in, I guess we can say shambles. Yeah, sounds about right.
Shambles. That's nice because it's near a shamble as well. Like the
well, we could be seeing some more shambles here, KB. So we've got 2 more teams.
Ooh, looks like Team number 8 and Team number 12 will counter which one another, or they will confront with one another at this moment. Looks like Valda Chue using the haste skill is able to cut somebody off guard, but then Termok's prison is going to create that sandstorm, create a lot of confusion alongside with Yotohime as well. Multiple members just using ultimates at the right time. It looks like Team number 8 already lose one member. It's going to be a 2 versus 1 and a 1 versus 1 situation. Team number 8, 1 more member down, and this is most likely another squad wipe out on the side of Team number 12 against PH1. Boss M is out. And oh, look at that. Look at who came and crashed into the party here. It's Team number 11. The recovery is real. Sorry, Team number 12. Team number 12 is the one that crashed the party. And now slicing and dicing, taking down the heavily injured Team number 11. Leaving only this player, the last man standing in his squad. Does he want to fight? That would be the question of the day.
Yeah, see if he wants to. It looks like he does. Okay, we're not going to take a look at that anymore. We'll take a look at a different fight. It's going to be Dog Gang versus those guys. And oh, Cambo just gets shut down.
Yeah, he got shut down instantly, and I'm not sure what just happened. Most likely, they went in for the revive. They wanted to find the next altar. But speaking of which, more action-packed games coming in here. Team number 11 continuing on with Team number 12, using the Bane's Breath as well in their favor. So I believe Team number 12 actually won the fight. Why Denali? Is because they have Bane's Breath and they have the Talisman as well to protect them from the damage of Bane's Breath. Remember, Bane's Breath, if you got into the zone, it's a literal one-hit KO.
Oh, okay. So then you basically just don't want to fight in Bane's Breath because you can't focus on the player and the Bane's Breath, right? Yeah.
Yep. And looks like number 2, oh, they're not done. I mean, Team 11 is like in a streak of unluckiness right here. They just face off with one opponent, then they got ganked on by Team number 12. And looks who's here to kind of join the party again. One more time, party chit chats right here. Team number 2 using a little bit of the ranged weapons, the musket, you know, the ranged weapons to just get a little bit of damage. But then it's all about the melee combo wombos coming in forward, waiting. They're just baiting your opponents to get a good high ground advantage. And now here comes the fight. Team number 11 going up against Team number 2. Looks like one of the players using the ultimate of the Nita Nightmare from Valda Trey and Haze as well. Oh, it's a counter play by the way, so a lot of CC going in here. But then it looks like Team 11 finally bites the dust against Team number 2, and Team number 1 comes in right here. This is a back and forth affair, Deadly. I'm so sorry to take away your screen time, but then it looks like Team number 1, Master Demo, and his members, his partners in crime, they will try to kill off Team number 2. Team number 11 going in again. Oh, it's still a survivor coming from Team number 11, and he's gonna fall down instantly. No way he can survive that.
I love how you're just like taking away my screen time. I'm enjoying the show. What are you talking about? But we did get to see the map view just now before that fight did finish up, right? And basically the top right hand corner of the map was just Fight Club. Everyone was just walking up there. Whoever's up there, just brawl, no problem. I saw on me going up there as well. I think they were the last team to actually walk up into that final fight. I was gonna say a different word, but I don't know if it's appropriate for broadcast. But
Oh, hey,
yeah,
no worries on that.
a lot of action's been going on. I'm just wondering, are we going to be seeing a repeat of game 1 here for Onmi? Because we saw them be so dominant in the last game, whereas now we're starting to see some more of the fights happen for some of these other teams, right? Like Onmi are not the only ones engaging and grabbing the kills. They're sort of just, I think the best way to describe this would be vulturing, right? They're just coming in after the fights, getting little pick-offs, and then free loots if they can find any.
Yeah, and here's the scary part. I don't think Onmi even lost a single resurrection flower at the moment, so they are just playing it highly aggressive. They are just carefree right now. And speaking of which, they not spotted out the team number 2, KLDG. I believe that this little player here, he's gonna get spiced down instantly. And another member here, 1 versus 3. How is this even fair, Danily? No way.
It's not.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, whoever meets team number 1 right now is even more painful than having Bane's breath. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. So we did have one player on the side of KLDG. He managed to escape the fight, luckily, so he's going to be the last remaining player. I think the question is, will he be able to pull off a boss M move from last round, right? Which is basically hide until the very last corruption and pray that you're going to be able to be that second team. We'll have to find out in just a moment. Speaking of PH1, we're going to be taking a look at their point of view. They're going to run into Team 10. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to grab some kills, because remember, these teams, they do not have a resurrection. You die here, and that's going to be it for the team.
Yes, agree on that. And Team 10, which is Team those guys, the Australian versus the Filipino team right here. It's all about placement, it's all about timing, waiting for the grappling hook as well, holding onto the ground. Oh, nice placement onto the prison, able to just remove any shenanigans coming in here. But then Team 8, it looks like they have the upper advantage right here. They're going to take down Team those guys, even though Valda's Trace ultimate and signature skills are all out. But then Yoto Hime is there to clear any shenanigans at this moment. 2 versus 2, I believe. But then it's going to be going down here as TG eventually getting fully destroyed, except for 1 more member who's running away. So 2 members are down already. TG still lives to see another day, but again, strength in numbers right there. They don't have enough to fight, I believe, in the upcoming battles ahead.
Nope, they do not. And luckily for PH1 as well, this is, I think we're finally going to be able to see the power of this team moving into the late game, because they've got the full roster and they are fully equipped with those guys' items. So I'm really keen to see if maybe it's going to be Team PH1 that can contest on me for some of these kills during that first round. Maybe we could be seeing a round of revenge. It's a little early to say because the two, they haven't engaged for their second round yet, I suppose. So we'll take a look a little bit later on. But for now, we're taking a look at Team 9, who are currently just looting, but I think somebody is trailing them. We've got Rainman from PP here, all on his lonesome. I think he's the last remaining player on this team.
Yep, he is the last remaining member of the team, and I believe he's in stealth mode as well. You know, trying to avoid any problems, you know, moving from the other teams in head. But speaking of which, team number 5 going up against team number 8, DG Dog Gang versus PH1. It's time, it's real. Look at that, the slashing and dicing, the Valda Tray, Nita, Nightmare with the haze. But then DG coming in with their own Viper-ning Twilight Crimson. Is that enough though? DG seems like they have the momentum right here, taking down already 1 member from PH1. It's 3 versus 2, maybe more to come. Tang D from DG taking down another member. It's going to be 1 versus 3. PH meanwhile using the base breath at the right time. Oh my goodness, Dandeli! It looks like it's going to be a kill on the side of Team PH, but then again, 2 versus 1. PH3 is very fast. I think I believe it's Yeri trying to go for the revive. Yes, go for the revive already. Still has the Bane Breath in him, so it will at least clear out any shenanigans from the opposing parties to push in and attack. But then Bane Breath is no longer available. Oh wait, still is there. Oh my goodness, just asking the teams, hey, you know what? If you want to challenge us, go ahead. We still have Bane Breath. If you come in, we are going to take your necks out here.
Oh, they're still going though. Dog Gang, they don't care.
Wow, they really don't care there. Look like smart from Dog Gang. He's just going back and forth, just trying to retreat, but again, instantly attack right here. But have to be very careful though. Team PH1 still has Bane Breath bursting all the way on the fields of the battle. And they are chasing, or they are actually pursuing for Team DG. DG, 2 more members left. There is no more resurrection flowers in here. It's going to be Smart and yours left alive. Very, very challenging. Can they escape out of the hands of Team BG? And I feel, yes, they can. They can though. Wait, oh no. Wait. It's going to be Team 6. Natalie, Proud. Out from the lion's den into the tiger's cave. I think that is the correct sentence, but oh my goodness, Team DG could not even catch a breath, and now Team 6 is eyeing down for their hits. They are just going with the grappling hooks, going with the wombo, combo, whatever you call it. Holy moly, I think this is most likely be the end of Team number 5 or DG, or maybe I'm wrong. Look at that Smart coming in with the Titan's call already, but then another team is in the vicinity. I believe it's team number 1 coming in soon, and Team PH, they spotted out their initial target, leaving only Smart left alive. The Titan call, holding on to his sustainability. He's grappling everybody. Oh, look at that. He's holding on to 2 players here. I think he's going to try to troll, but then no, it's not going to be enough. That is the end of Team Dog Gang. Wow, what a showing coming in from those teams out there.
Wow, that was literally a Netflix series right there. That was such a long, drawn-out fight. Okay, so from what we can remember, right? So PH1, they ran into Dog Gang. Oh my gosh, no, we're gonna talk about this.
Sorry to cut you off right here,
oh,
Master Demo. Very carefully. I know you are the top team here, but you can't go in solo against Strang in numbers. And yes, finally they got all 3 in go. PH have met their formidable foe. Can PH1 win this though against Team On Me, Master Demo getting CC in the Valda Trace signature skill, and then maybe more to come, but then it doesn't even matter. He's not phased. Master Demo going in for the kill already. Frostivus is now the new kill leader. This is going to most likely be the end of PH1, leaving only 1 more member left alive. Yes, 1 more member left alive. Finally, I got this correctly. It's going to be Yeri. Yeri's just going to run away like Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run.
Well, that was a very climactic ending for PH1.
I think they're gonna do the same thing like last round, I believe. Hide in the bush, perhaps 2nd place.
I'm very sure they're basically telling each other, okay guys, we got a whole bunch of did they really get a whole bunch of kills? It's basically just onto Dog Gang, wasn't it? So let's go back to the very beginning, which was basically PH1 versus Dog Gang. Now I thought PH1 was going to go down, but the fact that they saved the Bane's Breath to actually go in for the reses, that was such a key play. And it also sucked for Dog Gang, right? Because they committed 2 major ultimates at the very beginning of the fight to try and kill off PH1. Because they used it at the beginning. Oh god.
Looks like there's gonna be another fight coming here, so sorry about that, Danley. Looks like team number 6 is gonna face a little bit of trouble. I think this is the last member of team number 6, and yeah, that will be it.
We'll save this post game because there's a lot to talk about for this series. But PH1, they impressed me until On Me just sort of ruined the party, I suppose. It was looking really good for PH1. But we'll see if the team survives. Let's take a look at the map distribution to see where everyone is. And it looks like Yeri is in a very safe position. There is basically no one around him. All the fights are happening towards the top of the map. So we've got team 4 versus 9. We have On Me on the top right-hand side. The only person nearby is PP's Rain... I think it's Rainmate. What's her name? Rainmaker.
I couldn't remember his name, but yeah. Rainman. And speaking of Rainman, looks like team number 4 and team number 9 making rain splashing, and of course a little bit of sandstorm as well from both Wildcard and Tomach. It looks like both teams looking forward for their first wipeout here. Most likely their continuous wipeout as team number 4, look at that, Matari using the invisibility, the group stealth right here into favor. But Kurumi finally seeing a little bit of a presence here onto the hands of Gonki. Looks like he is the last man standing. Oh no, this is not the hero that you want to be running if you are the last man standing, or at least in solo terms. Team number 8 looks like PH Yeri. Look at that, one-on-one Viperling. Definitely be able to take this fight with the skills and hero composition. Gongi is in a lot of trouble. Yeri, last man standing, or PH1. Can he play the Lang Malakas move? And oh no, getting comboed as well with the spear, and finally destroy Gongi there.
A little painful, but I think for Yeri's gonna be happy, right? He's alone.
Yep.
He's looting. It means he's gonna be able to at least have some items going into that late game, but Yeri's gonna be careful. Team 4 is nearby. But I've been impressed with PH1. Yes, this team is being eliminated during the mid game, but the approach to the late game, they know where to run, they know where to hide, they know what they're supposed to be doing. So PH1, it seems like this is a team that we also need to look out for. Likely to be keeping their second place as long as they're able to make it quite far into the game.
I agree on that, and especially with the play of using the Bane's Breath, going in for the revive, that is definitely a micro play of the day. Using it to save their teammates as well. It's definitely one of the plays to keep track, and this is where, you know, players who are very they have been playing the game a long time, they have the game sense in here. Again, just to remind you guys, NARAKA Esports is very fresh, or at least still new, right? Still new, but again, stakes are on the line, 1.5 million for the global championship. That's a lot of money as well. So yeah, they're definitely taking this seriously. And Yeri, meanwhile, in a bit of a trouble here on the side of team. Those guys, Biteki, he needs to fall back, but then Corruption Circle is gonna like mow him down a bit. But then another team coming in forward is KLDG. It looks like Yeri is running away for his dear life. He wants to use the art of misdirection. Let other players fight each other first. I'm just gonna camp right there like a boss, like what I did with my teammate there. And yeah, it looks like Team 1 is going to join the array as well. Team 1 taking down Team TG right here. Biteki, I believe he is the last member still going in with the spear combo. One more, but it's not going to be enough. Frotivus will be credited with this kill. He is the kill leader of the entirety in this game 2 at the moment.
To nobody's surprise. I think this is a very obvious play. Alright, so speaking of, we're looking at the final couple of rounds here for the corruption. Now, we have Rainmaker still hiding. Yeri is also hiding. So these two players are basically right next to each other, and they're the last remaining hope for their teams. So these guys are hiding. We have Onmi right next to these guys. Now, as long as Raimi doesn't move, I think he's going to be okay. But he has to move at some point because that corruption will start moving. We have Team 4 approaching Onmi, and I don't know if this is a team you want to be going after. You want to leave Onmi alone and look for those little stragglers, but I think Team 4, they're just saying, guys, we got to do it now. We got to fight.
Yep, definitely so. And team number 4 is Team OG. So that is the team that has been representing by the Singapore side. Yes, the Singapore side players, the Singapore players right here. So again, they have been showing pretty promising moves, but again, against Team On Me, is this the right call? Like what you just mentioned right there, Danny. And speaking of which, just gonna go clear scraps first. They're gonna clear scraps. They're gonna get some kills, you know, making sure that this is really the final battle. Team KLDG not looking too good right here. Most likely the last member, but then very close to team number 1. Again, out of the lion's den into the tiger cave. However, the saying is, danger is everywhere 24/7, 365 days. And it's definitely this team that we're keeping an eye on here.
Alright, looks like we're coming into the final circle, KBC, and we're running out of space. 4 teams left. We've got 2 groups of 3 and 2 single players left. Who's going to survive? I think a lot of people are going to put their money onto On Me, but maybe it's going to be Team 4 to prove us wrong. We'll see if they're able to pull it up for this final round.
Yep, and Team On Me, they're actually having the high ground as well, definitely. So they have vision, they have cover, and they are very confident. If let's say, hey, you know, the team's gonna fight us, by all means go ahead. We can use ranged weapons first as well, you know, to counter fire them back. But again, fighting through the circle, fighting the corruption circle, they don't want to be too outside. And you know, they don't want the circle to engulf them, because again, it's going to be very painful, especially if you're going in for the final few fights. We have four more teams left alive. Yeah.
Look at Winter. Winter's
Winter.
right next to... It was top
Serious?
right under. There, look.
Oh, oh my goodness. Yo guys, if you guys want to become master of camping, this is one of the fellas to follow. I mean, aside from Boss M.
We need a heart rate monitor on screen. We need to...
Oh no! Deadly! He spot him! I don't think they spot him! I don't think they spot him!
Someone's angry at me.
No! Wait. No, wait, but they got the angle! They got the very nice angle!
I don't think
no,
I
they
noticed.
did not spot our Winter! Oh my lord, chat! Please,
I want to know
tell
what Winter's
me.
feeling. Winter's probably having a panic attack in the bush right now. He's thinking, I'm right next to Omi! I'm right next to Omi! Oh god! If they fall into the bush, are they going to fall into the bush?
I didn't know
Plexus.
NARAKA could be a horror game. Let's just say that.
And
The
Plexus.
shadow spreads.
Plexus, check that bush. And
Come on,
Plexus?
Plexus, you know
And
you want to do
Plexus?
it. Oh, Winter, no, Winter. No, is he gonna self-sacrifice himself?
No. I don't
No,
think so.
he can play utility game. Look at that, and now fight coming in. It will be the supposing final match, the final conflict of battles here. Team number 1, Team On Me going up against team number 4, OG Singapore versus 3 countries, Indonesia, Philippines, and Malaysia. Who will take the victory right here of this trio fight? It looks like the momentum is in the favor of team number 1. A lot of ultimates already been popping out, a lot of skills as well, but then the positioning, definitely the positioning is real. Team number 1, On Me is on fire right now. We are slicing and dicing right here. Yes, a couple of hits from the side of team number 4, OG, but OG already lost 1 member in Sabo. 1 member is already down, maybe more to come. Here comes the circle of battle, and I believe Winter is still alive, definitely. Oh my goodness, he just came out from nowhere and he's gonna slice and dice right now. He's playing positioning game, and Frostibus is out, but then Strike in Numbers one more time is still alive. Guys, Strike in Numbers, yeah, definitely. Team On Me will get first place once again.
I love that so far for them. So we've had 2 rounds. We've got 2 more to go after this, but we've had 2 teams come in second place because they played the waiting game. And it has been the exact same situation, right? It's 2 players. So first is Winter. The first one was Boss M from PH1. These guys literally hiding right under EM. Oh, sorry, On Me. Right under them, right under their nose, okay? Just a bush away. Is this a trend? Is this just going to be a trend? Like, anyone that's hiding under On Me wins. Sorry, not wins, but they come second.
They come
It really
second.
feels
Yes.
like it.
I agree. And you know what's the fun part about this? They managed to get the kill. You know, the last Winter from KLDG managed to get a kill, comparing to the previous round where Team PH won. Boss M, he did not get a single kill. He was getting demolished straight away, but he got the kill through the corruption circle. And you know what's the fun part? 2 members were actually side by side with Winter just now. They were in the river and then they went out. I think they got distracted by team number 4, which is Team OG. But then, what a play coming in here. Danily, take the scoreboard first, run through the scoreboard first. What is going on?
Alright, I'm gonna do my best. So to nobody's surprise, we have On Me sitting in first place. And then of course we have KLDG coming in second place for this round. All thanks to Winter. This man saved this game for the team. And then of course in third place, actually, you know what? Let's let the highlights do all the talking, because I know some of these guys want to know what's happened.
Stop traipsing and pick up your weapon.
Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
They're attacking me!
sea dogs of war.
Raise colors. Let them know.
Sisters,
Raise colors. Let them know fear.
Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war. Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
Come on, team, back me up.
Avast!
Raise colors. Let them know fear. I shall purify the souls of their filth.
They dare attack the sea dog?
No lie.
Your filthy soul.
Raise. Shame. Yeah, I thought you'd be more interesting.
You're more valuable dead. You're more valuable dead. Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
Only closed. Let my friends be healed! I love this part. Not the first.
And that's going to be the highlights for round 2. And as you can see, here's our leaderboard standings for the entirety of the day. So after 2 rounds, we still have On Me leading, but this time with 62.8 points, followed by PH1, who are able to maintain their second place with 26.6 points. And then third, we have Dog Gang, who are going to have 23.3 points. Now, this is halfway through the day already, KBC. We've got 2 more rounds after this, but these teams, I hate to say it, you've only got 2 more games to catch up.
Yeah, it's not about catching up as well here, Danily. It's all about, you know, the sheer dominance coming in from team number 1, On Me, On Me, On Me. Yes, I have to give credit to the rest of the teams, PH1, Dog Gang, Perry Party, or PP, and, you know, those guys. They played really well. They played really well to their heart's content. But again, if you're talking about performance-wise, aggressiveness, and, you know, just coming down to the macro and micro skills, On Me is just pure dominating this game right here. But again, 2 more rounds. Can they make a change? That will be the question, Danily.
Yes, and another question is, are we going to potentially see a new team take that 7th place? Because just to remind our viewers, the goal for today, it's not just first place. You want to end as top 7. okay? Because if you end up as top 7, you're going to be moving on to the next leg of the tournament series, which is going to be happening on later on this month. So all eyes on whether Team Big D is going to be able to keep that 7th spot, or maybe we could see a bit of a change. We could see Cal Dogs, AG, Team 123, Team KNs, Divinity and Comedy. These guys, can they catch up? We'll find out very soon, but for now we are going to go for a quick break. So make sure you grab your snacks, grab your drinks, go to the toilet, because once you return, we're going to finish it with our final 2 games of the day. My mum tried to call me just then. She was like, "When's the broadcast?" Mum, it's live now.
And yeah, I think we're still live right here. And yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna see here again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, these games were pretty good. Again, Danielle, I have to say, you know, you did mention the previous round, the play of the game of match number 2 that caught your eyes was Team DG going up against Team PH1, and PH1 just played, I think, the play of the game using the Bane's Breath. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, okay. There was a lot that happened during the engagement. So if anyone that managed to tune into that section, if you didn't, it was fine. But basically, it was just a masterful execution by PH1. So what ended up happening was we had the 2 teams, they clashed. Now, unfortunately for PH1, these guys, they actually got caught by 2 massive ultimates on the side of Dog Gang, right? They got gripped by the Vadier ult, oh my gosh, I can't say it today. They got Valda Trace, and then they also got caught by the Viper Eye, 2 major ults on the side of Dog Gang, and I was worried that the team was just going to get shut down there. Luckily for them, they were able to survive with 1 player, and they used the Bane's Breath to disengage, and it was beautiful because basically Dog Gang, they had no protection against it. They had to escape. One of the players got killed off by the Bane's Breath, and they were able, PH1 were able to use that moment to resurrect their allies and actually turn the tides onto Dog Gang, because Dog Gang had no ultimates left. Whereas PH1, they had everything. They didn't even use any big commitments outside of the Bane's Breath. So it's just seeing that, you'll never see that in pubs, ever. You will never ever see those plays because you need a team that is fully coordinated to be able to pull off those kinds of plays. So I was really impressed with PH1. I didn't expect to see... I'm very sorry, this sounds horrible, but I didn't expect them to be able to pull off such a play because it felt like more of a on me strat, right? You'd think on me would be able to pull off these crazy plays, but PH1, these guys have impressed so far.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them, you know, shout out to the team as well for pulling off such performance. Again, they got 2nd place in the first match, and now, if I'm not mistaken, in the 2nd match, they got around 5th or 4th placing. Couldn't remember that, but they're at least in top 5 category. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are going to go for the short break right here. Any other last words you want to say, Danny, before we go for the short break?
Like I said before, grab your snacks, your drinks, go to the toilet now because you've got 2 more games that's going to be happening back to back. No breaks! We'll see you after this.
Our glory
may seem lost in the dust, still we go forward. We don't give up. We are warriors, born to fight. They may chain us and try to hold us back. But what is in our hearts must be free. Doubt, failure, and regret are the enemy, but struggle is in our blood. It's all just fuel for our fire. We can bear the incredible weight, because chains must be broken. And glory comes to those who are free.
Life is like a ship. The strong steer the course. And the weak drown.
I'm sorry. I didn't prepare you enough. After I die, you must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
What a joke! You're not fit to be a captain, much less the dragon.
But I am not free. My heart aches to go in one direction. The needs of my crew pull in the other. What use is a heart to a dragon?
You can't be the dragon if you're dead!
You must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
My father was a great sea dragon. I will be too. I am the Sea Dragon, Queen of the Waves.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Celestra Cup Season 2 Wildcard Finals. We've just started up the day with our first 2 games of the day, and now we've got 2 more to go. 2, okay, this is 1, 2, not 1, 1. 2. We've got 2 more games to go, and then after those 2 matches, we're going to be finding out who's going to be making it to the next leg. For the Top Clans Winter Invitational, only 7 teams are going to make it. We have 16 teams here. So unfortunately, not even half are going to make it through. But KBC, we kind of have an idea as to who some of the top teams are. Did you want to run it through for some of our viewers that may have not been able to tune into the first half of the broadcast?
Yep, first up, if you're just new to the broadcast, make sure to like, make sure to share, make sure to follow wherever you are, whenever you are. Make sure to follow Naraka Esports official page at Naraka Esports Official for more upcoming esports games and news. Now, here's the thing, team, on me. The only team that has 3 different nationalities or players from Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines. They are steamrolling right now, Denali. They look
dominating.
So good, so hot that, I mean, I'm feeling hot right now. That's why I was like, on me, you know what I'm saying? But the other teams are still having a chance. They're still having a little bit of chance. I want to give a shout out, you know, to PH1, to Dog Gang, to Perry Party, but they have to try harder.
Yeah, I definitely think if anyone's going to dethrone on me, it's going to have to be one of those top 4. I don't think anyone else has been able to show any level of mechanical skill that's close to on me. So we'll have to find out. I find it rather strange too because all these teams, they are all purely the same nationality except for on me, and that's the team that's dominating. So what if that's the key? Just finding the best players from the regions, squish yourselves together, and then that's going to be all done and dusted. Speaking of, Game 3 is about to begin, so let's jump into it, KBC.
Let's get into Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. We are going back to where it all started, Morris Isle. And of course, we will have the Bane Breath Dragon later right now. It's going to be fun. I actually really like it. The purple cool looking dragon. That it is, Danily. And of course, it's going to be match 3, the second last match. Let's see which teams can topple the Kings right now, which is none other than on me.
Yes, speaking of, so if there's no action, I guess we can have a little bit of a learning lesson. So I am a person that loves to Google things and go onto YouTube and learn all kinds of random things. Now, speaking of fighting, let's do this one with Team 9 versus Team 6.
Oh, that's a very quick succession of fights already. I don't think they're even fully equipped right there. And it looks like Team number 9, they are suffering right now from the blades of Team number 6. An instant wipeout, I believe. But then, oh wait, Oishiro XO is still alive. My bad on the butchering of names. And yep, it's finally dead. Deliciously taken out by Team number 6. And moving on to the next point of perspective. This is very tough, you know, because again, how Naraka Bladepoint works is you will need to choose a spawning point. You will need to choose a spawning point within that map pool. And if you manage to, open and inverted commas, manage to meet up with the same team in that same pointer, it's going to be very difficult. And speaking of difficulty, we already see Team number 12 is getting harassed, getting hunted down by Team number 1. I believe Team number 12, they do have their weapons all equipped, but can they fight through the mechanical gameplay of Team number 1, which is Team on me. It seems like it's going to be a futile effort because Master Demo, one more time, he has been the top slayer of this game. He's gonna earn himself a kill and maybe more to come. It's gonna be a versus 3 versus 2 situation. Members dropping down like flies from Team number 12, and I don't think they can survive. However, second chance in life for the Altar is up for grabs for Team number 12.
Oh, already off to a strong start on me. Going to be taking their early game loot from their first team casualty. Although it looks like we've got some more action here. We've got KLDG versus Team 10.
Oh, Team KLGD DG going up against Team number 10, which is Team Those Guys, all the way from Australia. It looks like it's going to be the Malaysian team going up against the Australian team right here. Can they do some wonders? It's like those guys, they are getting stunned left and right, and I believe this is going to be a wipeout from Team number 10, Team TG. They will have to use their Resurrection Flowers to earn another chance in fighting for this tournament.
It's a little early, so as long as they still get that second chance, right? Because imagine we didn't have the Resurrection Flowers and these teams just got eliminated. Like, you would basically say there is no hope. for those guys. So luckily for those guys, they will be able to have their second chance. We're going to switch on over to Dog Gang here, who are actually right next to Cal Dogs. Now, the thing is, who is the big dog here?
Yeah, it's gonna be either DG or KLDG. You know, they have been in the top 5 situations. We did see that Winter from KLDG or Cal Dogs. They managed to get a kill, at least at the last second before the Corruption Circle closes in match number 2. And speaking of match number 2, it looks like it's a match indeed between these two teams. Hustling and bustling, slicing and dicing, hacking and slashing, whatever words you can come out right here. It looks like Team DG, they are standing afloat comparing to Team KLDG though. So KLDG is going to retreat for a while. They know they don't have the strength in numbers, or at least they are down in terms of HP. But then DG, they're going to use the grappling hooks, whatever they could, to kill and secure that kill point in their favor. KLDG in a lot of trouble. Last man standing. As you can take a look onto the map right now, is going to head towards the bottom side of the map. So the circle is still very big. There's still chance for the rest of the teams outside of the next circle zone to come in and to survive. Yeah, it looks like Team 7, they are going to run around here and most likely going to spot out this next team, but apparently based on their perspective, it's still free ground. They do pick up a couple of soul jades, not really the best soul jades apparently, because this is just basic soul jades. But speaking of which, a battle ensues already here. Danily, it looks like it's going to be Team OG going up against Team TG, and TG, remember, they already lost their first life already, and Kenji is down. Kambo and Biteki, last man standing on the Australian side. Danily, gotta give them a little bit of support right here from your home team, but it looks like it's going to be very, very bleak.
It looks like it is going to be very bleak.
Oh, hang on. Very difficult, and look at that. Oh, nice use of the signature skill coming in from Valda's Trace Haze. But then is that enough though to save Team TG? Meanwhile, Campbell already running over the Titan's call, and you know, team number 4 just gonna hang back. They're gonna wait for this, for the recovery right here. Managed to get Sable though from the side of Campbell, rhyming accidentally, but then it's not going to be enough. The strength of the numbers from the side of Team OG is going to be GG right here for Campbell. He falls back, he uses the Divine Bell, but the haze from Valda Trade is coming out here. Oh, but then Campbell takes down Sebo already. It's a 2 versus 2. Hands are changing right here, Danily. It's gonna be very difficult on the side of team number 4 OG. They're losing members left and right, and TG, those guys, they managed to get the squad wide. Danily.
It was a
holy moly.
Oh my god, my support finally came. It was delayed because it was coming from Malaysia. I've got another fight on the screen though. We've got Team 3 versus Team 7.
Yes, Team 3 and Team 7, parry party. They're gonna try to parry party all their way for the kill right here onto Team 7. Yunjun, the last man standing, definitely will get decimated by 3 members of parry party, giving them a quick, easy kills in the back. And moving on to the next phase here, team number 12, it looks like Tamot using the Prison of Sandstorm, and of course, Cat gonna use the Nita Nightmare. Remember the mermaid that's going to deal a lot of damage back and forth as Team 12 trying to run away from cover, but they get demolished instantly from the side of Team 11.
That's going to be some juicy loot as well for Team 11. So good job for them being able to grab that complete wipe for their team. And Big D going to get himself a lot of loot, but it looks like he's not going to take everything. It's not worth it, unfortunately.
It's tough. I mean, he's already down 2 members. They don't have any more resurrection flowers. He's on his last stand as well, on his feet. So
Can we
yeah,
talk
this
about
player is definitely going to be careful.
Oh, let's talk about this team fight here. KLDG. Is this the last player? Oh no, it's not. So they got Winter still, but Jarrell going down. So it's going to be Winter again for the team.
I mean, I'm
Second
quite...
place?
Second place perhaps there, Danley, but I'm still quite suspicious. Why do they need to separate themselves? I mean, again, you're supposed to be sticking together. You know, the more players you have in your team, the survivability is definitely higher, especially with the combos that you land. But again, not really a good move, unless of course if you have 3 members, healthy members to be more precise, you can have 1 person to scout for you in different territories, but
More bodies.
just a misplay.
Who knows, it could be intentional. Maybe they wanted to spread out so that if one person gets caught, then the other player wouldn't be in close proximity to being potentially caught as well. That could be another thing to consider. We don't really know how the teams are functioning, if they're spreading out intentionally to try and do that, or if maybe they're just looting and say, we'll meet up at this point if you're still surviving. So a little unfortunate for Cal Dogs, but we'll see if their captain... Is it their captain?
I believe it's their... Yeah, I think he's their captain if I'm mistaken. Winter, right?
Winter... Oh no, Winter's not.
No, oh no, it's not.
No,
Yeah,
Optimum's already gone. Yeah, so Optimum's a captain, so we'll have to see if Winter's going to be able to redeem it, the team again, since he was able to do it last round. But we're taking a look at PH1. Seems like we're going to have a little bit more of a quiet mid-game, but we're already starting to see what's unfolding during this round. Keep in mind, folks, this is round 3. We've got 1 more game after this. These teams are basically almost out of time to get those points, and you really want to be gunning for top 7. The only spots that are viable to be taken right now is 7th and 6th. So if you can't perform for these final 2 rounds, that might just be it.
Yes, that might be it, and this could be it for Team Those Guys. Yes, they managed to get a squad wipe earlier onwards, but then 3 against 2. Team 9 just joining on the pro. They are going to go in with the kills, most likely to take them all out. No more resurrection flowers, by the way. Cambo, last man standing, 1 versus 3. Look at this. It's going to be a haymaker for him to do anything right here. 1 versus 3, just confusing himself right here, because a lot of the angles from multiple members of team number 9 just waiting for the timer to run down. The Titans call. Once it's out, I believe Cambo will need to plan an escape plan here. Will he be able to survive? That will be the question, Danny. Let's see.
By himself, not likely. Yeah. Oh, but hang on. Who's coming into Vulture? It's on me.
On me, just joining, crashing the party right here, just knocking down doors, and now they will take Team 9 into their setup buffet. But oh, wait a minute, Master Demo is already down to HP. This could be a turn of events right here, but it looks like the Kurumi skill is able to support back and forth. Gongi, he will be using his Titan's Call instead, trying to get a little bit of the grapples, trying to get some CCs onto the end of team number 1. But team number 1, look at that, they're playing very carefully. They're away from the range of this Titan's Call. And this
beautiful.
is a good move. Beautiful move indeed, Danley, and look like they are going to create some separation. They might call this battle later.
No. They're going to come back in. That was such a good move. So basically, you just wait out the ultimate, and then they're just like, alright guys, go. It's down.
Oh, this could be right. I mean, yes, Danny, you are right indeed. They are just retreating and coming back after the Titan's Call. Great observation right there. And now this is their time to shine. Look at that. Valdas Trey, Haze, Valdas Trey, Meter, Nightmare ultimates are all out. They even have Matari as well. Her ultimate, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Unseen Wings, still online. So, very questionable. Wait a minute. Why do team... On me fall back though? Huh. Yeah, I miss out anything? Did they get the squad wipe?
Don't think they didn't. I think there were 2 players alive. Oh, hang on.
Oh, but a ballistic launcher right there. As I said, Danny, if somebody puts his or her hands onto this weapon, it deals massive damage. Death from above, Danny, and now DG. They are coming in. They won the fight. Dog Gang going in right now and using Vipening Twilight Crimson Ultimate, stunning the members of PH1. Oh, triple kill! Skill Yours. I've been wanting to say that long time ago, definitely, but then again, moving on to the next game is gonna be a 3-team fight. A Mexican standoff right here. 7, 12, and 11. Big D, the last man standing. He's gonna hide. He's gonna try to run away. Slither into cowardry. And he managed to do so right there, definitely. But then again, battles are coming in already. Team number 7, Shaya running with the Titan call, and no more already. Corruption Circle, as you mentioned earlier onwards, could be very painful this time around, but they're still taking their battles outside and inside, in between of the Corruption Circle. What a play coming in from the Father Trace! Oh my goodness, stunning everybody! And now it's all coming down to the Corruption Circle. Can they take the fight here?
I don't know if they can actually. I mean, they blew all their ultimates outside of the Corruption Circle, and then they weren't really able to follow up with anything, so I think this may have been a bit of a misplay.
Misplay could be so, and look at that, they have so many obstacles. They have to go through buildings after buildings, and right now it's the timing of the Corruption Circle. Can they sustain? That's number 1, and number 2, this Corruption Circle is not taken lightly. This is a very painful Corruption Circle because there's already been multiple circles in hand already. And oh, wait a minute, is that a Vipening salty?
Oh, it was, I think. I wasn't able to latch though. Yes.
Yeah. But
wow,
anyways,
look at where everyone is. Everybody is in that southern, so the southwest side of the map.
Yep.
Huh. And then I think at the northern section, it was on me. So basically, they're alone. Everyone else is battling on the left side. Interesting. So this is actually very interesting. We're not going to be seeing too many kills on the side of on me until later on. But the rest of the competition are basically left to have to fight against each other. So there are going to be some more kills towards some of these other teams, which is very important considering that kills are insanely important, especially if you're trying to climb up the leaderboard. And it looks like we've got another combo coming in, KBC Sensei.
Oh, look at that. Parry Party continuing on with the dominance. Quadra kill onto Neil. Borgard, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm butchering his name, but then that's a squad wipe. Stanley. We just missed out that combo wombo sequence though. And speaking of which, Matt Cola running away right here, away from team number 6. Looks like he does have the ultimate onto this Tamoch prison. If I'm not mistaken, the Zephyr prison. Will he be able to use it though? He does not have his member side by side by him. It's a 1 versus 3. Oh no! Mistake! But then it's not a mistake because another team is also in here. It's team number 6 joining in the fight here. And it looks like team number 9, one of their members has to pop out the Titan's call. It will be onto Gongi right here. Grappling onto opponents. Slice and then knocking them down. That's the most important word right here. And now the Nita Nightmare. The stuns are coming in, slicing and dicing. It's a little bit chaotic between us right here for the casters and the viewers, but then we all know it looks like team number 9 is having the momentum of their life. Divine Bell right here. Gongi has to work away. He does not have Titan's call already. He is going to be a liability at this point of time. But then team number 6 losing 32 members and leaving only Murray left alive. Yeah, Ree is behind enemy lines. He is sniping down with that repeating crossbow. Very, very sneaky indeed, but he has to be very careful. Don't want to get caught by other opposition forces because he is the last man standing.
Yeah, it looks like Oishi was actually thinking of tailing Yuri. Do they keep going though? Looks like Yuri's gonna be fine. Able to get out of there just in time, but ooh, starting to see a lot of action.
Riot. He had the marathon runner achievement, Danielle. Oh my goodness.
Congratulations. That's a sign. Alright, so we're taking a look at the perspective of some of these other teams. They're still going after Yuri.
Oh wow. The chase is not done. The chase is not done. The hot pursuit is there, and you know, here's the fun part. I don't think they're in the circle yet.
Wait.
They are not in the circle yet.
But PP here. They run into PP instead.
Ooh. Parry Party. Looks like it's gonna be a party instead if they were to meet up right there. We do see that Gongi is running with the bow, which is a nice long range weapon, but again, the Great Sword, very slow type of weapon, not really the best weapons out there, even though you can AO, you can create damage area of effect. But PP, they are the smarter ones. They are just gonna go inside the circle. Let's say, you know, I don't want any shenanigans coming here, and we'll take the fight another day or another time. Because again, high ground right here, a lot of information. Most likely, maybe they can get a little bit of loot. And we still are not sure whether they have Bane's Breath around, because we haven't seen any teams coming up with a Bane's Breath right there.
Yeah, I think we did see the notification for a Bane's Breath, but we're not really seeing where it is, unfortunately. Alright, there we go. So we do get an idea, but no one's really in there. I mean, it's just... Actually, it's Dog Gang going up against On Me towards that northern section.
Yeah, very close to one another, and team number 1, on me, they got their eyes onto Dog Gang, as you mentioned earlier onwards, but then none of the teams are actually wanting to start this fight. Very suspicious on the side of team number 1, but oh, is it the Bane Breath? Yes. They use any? Oh no, it will be Dog Gang to use the Bane's Breath here.
Yes. So I do believe I saw that a little bit earlier. So they were the ones basically hiding in the Bane's Breath. We saw On Me just sitting on the edge, waiting for it to end, but they're probably thinking it's just not worth it now. Maybe just go deeper in towards the final zone, and yeah, we could just see On Me. They're just chilling. I mean, to be fair, if I was on team On Me, I'd be thinking, you know, we could probably mess up the next 2 games with 60 points. I don't think anyone's going to catch up with them, realistically speaking.
Yep, agree. And it's also a smart move because you know that you're in the lead, and you know the opposite team is using Bane's Breath, which again, one hit KO at some points. So you don't want to take the fight in the hands of the opponents. And using this high ground, the tower, as you can see, they can see everybody here if they can get their eyes onto their respective opponents. And speaking of which, the last member of team number 7, Yunjun, again, thank you so much to our observers, the staffs out there from NARAKA Bladepoint. You guys captured the best camping spot. Ladies and gentlemen, this game, if you like camping, go get it.
Just go get it. Take notes on what's been happening so far, because we've had some fantastic camping moments.
The shadow thickens.
Alright, so it looks like so it might be 3 rounds. We've got Parry Party actually engaging into Dog Gang. Now both of these teams, they have their full rosters alive, but they're a bit hesitant into fully committing, and I can't blame them because Parry Party, they've got the high ground, and for Parry Party, they don't feel a need to go down, right? Because if you go down, you're giving away your high ground position. So they're just going to stay up top. I think they'll keep their eyes on Dog Gang, but these teams also need to be very wary because you can see on the map, on the eastern side, we have On Me, and these guys are getting very close to On Me's position.
I feel like Dog Gang wanting to get into the circle, while Team Parry Party, they will use the advantage to bait them into the fight. Looks like a quarter of HP left for one of the members of Team Dog Gang. Dog Gang is definitely going to try to recover this, but at least like you mentioned earlier on, Danielle, PP, they are just going to play it safe. They're going to wait for the opponents to come in first, then only they strike back with the counter attack.
Oh no!
Hey. Is that Yujun?
I thought you'd be
No, it's not Yujun. It's KLDG. Yeah, Cow Dogs.
So I think they are officially out now. I think the entire team is
Agreed.
dead. Poor Winter, he couldn't do it again. he couldn't pull out the second place play. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Agreed.
Oh,
and they're gonna go back again.
Oh.
Wow. They're fighting for position here. They're fighting for position. Team DG going with one another. They are gonna fight in the battle of the hill right here. Who's gonna be the king of the hill? That's gonna be the question right here. Danielle, it looks like 3 versus 3, but then it looks On
Me gave it away. Yeah, I think they're just saying you can have the high ground. We don't care anymore. Interesting.
They're playing very cautiously right there. I don't feel that this is On Me's style of play, but hey, whatever it takes, man.
Maybe they're worried about a potential another Bane's Breath, because DG did use a Bane's Breath earlier. Maybe they have another one hidden. They could be afraid of that. You know, you don't want to be hidden on that. You don't want to be in that very small area. Yeah. So probably just playing safe, not wanting to get caught with their pants down. They have no reason to lose. They can, like, if they're On Me, just getting first place again would secure your placement on the leaderboard. So still playing safe.
I agree on that. That's a very great take, by the way. Great prediction there, because again, you can buy as many Bane Breaths as possible, and using that will definitely help. And speaking of which, wait a minute, it looks like Team DG and Team On Me is gonna take a fight now again, and Team number 9 as well joining in the fray. And Titan's Call, the Powder Train Meter Nightmare, locking down so many players. I am so confused on what's going on, but this is a Mexican standoff for sure, Danielle. It's going to be 3 teams vying up for the tower, or should I say the king of the hill at the moment. Emphasis. I don't know how to call it.
Amplexus.
Tell me.
Amplexus.
Amplexus. Yes, Amplexus going in for trying to scout a little bit in the top or the tip of the tower, but then looks like Dog Gang's tank. He is in a lot of trouble here, slither of health, and most likely he's gonna fall down. He's waiting for rescue, but then Yos is in a very far position. He's gonna revive Smug instead, so they have two members in hand, but can they go in for the third revive? This is gonna be very, very tricky. Meanwhile, team on me is gonna engage with another team here. It looks like all of the teams are actually surrounded by one another. So team on me, they're gonna stick together again. They say, you know what, let's wait for the other teams to fight, then we'll come in shortly.
Oh, this is going to be such a messy fight. I don't think we're going to be looking at a one-man second place anymore, but good question is it going to be on me again to dominate? Because we are looking at a full-on team fight here. And this is not just two teams. We're looking at potentially 3, maybe even 4 teams here.
Oh, playing outside the circle, the positioning is so crucial right now, Danily. You know, any of these teams, if they get caught off guard, especially with the Titans call, or at least something that staggers them and then keep them out of the zone, that's going to be very painful right there. But then, it looks like Arthur is going to carry his team right here, alongside with Frost. They're going to go 1-on-1, 2-on-2 here. Going to make as much damage as possible, just confusing the arena of players. This is going to be the last few circles in hand. Rainman right now, Perry partying over here onto Frostiverse and Demo, Master Demo. He's most likely going to take down Rainman, and Rainman,
I love this.
little of health. Sorry, he still has a lot of health, but no more armor points indeed. As Demo, Master Demo, I believe he is the last man standing on the side of Team On Me. Looks like this is going to be the kryptonite of Team On Me. Frostiverse, alongside with Alex, we still have 3 more members. Okay, we still have 3 more members in place, but then Phantom's gonna fall under the slit of hell. Let's be careful. We'll use the Flame Bringer, but it's not going to be enough here. He's gonna push out all shenanigans, gonna go for the recovery, and a lot of things is happening now on the map. It's gonna be laggy for some of the players here, but long story short, Harry Party, 1 member down already in Rainman. Will Noel go in for the revive? We are not sure about that. Juno-san, meanwhile, using the Valda Chui, trying to use the skills to cover it up, and they are going to go for a 2 versus 1 against Master Demo. Master Demo now. Last man standing. I believe it's the last man standing. This could be real. Oh, this could be a new winner. A team or trio winner right here. If they can take down Master Demo instantly, they have strike in number 3 versus 1. And Master Demo is running away from his dear life. No, he's still fighting. He still has the balls of steels to go in. Not 1, but 2 teams. Team number 5 as well. DG is in track here against PP. Oh my goodness, the massacre standoff is real. 6 more members left alive. And I think it will be DG versus Team PP. The last 2 teams standing. Team On Me is out. They are in 3rd place. It's going to come down to these 2 teams.
Oh god, we are getting a new potential winner here. KBC, this is going to be such an intense ending. Is it going to be Dog Gang though? They've only got 1 player left.
Oh, 1 more player with the Titans call against 2 players of Perry Party. It's going to be very difficult, Danily, but it's possible.
Throw them into the corruption.
Out the players outside of their zone. Look at that! Look at that! Oh, look at the fun place. Yes, nice hit over there. But then Titan's call is going to be reverted back to the normal Tian High mode. Smart. It's going to be 1 versus 2. Can he do the unthinkable? But no. And that's it. Team Perry Party, for the very first time, match number 3, they are the champions or the winners of match number 3 right here, Danny. What a play, what a play, what a play.
Okay, look, you are telling these teams to step up, and Perry Party, they've been very I think, best way to put it up until this point, but these guys absolutely performed in game 3, and a lot of things happened for Perry Party in that late game to actually bring them this victory, okay? So a key component of that victory was that there was a very, very close situation where Onmi was actually going to be able to get the res off, but, okay, 1 player denied them the resurrection. Okay, the resurrection got cancelled by one of Divinity's players. Okay, it was Eujon. Because Eujon was able to get the cancel off of that resurrection, basically it was Master Demo to play the game for the rest of his team. So if they got the resurrection, Parry Party and even Dog Gang may have not been able to get their top 2 finish. So a lot of things happened, and you were saying, right, the kryptonite, what is it? And it seems that chaos is the kryptonite to Onmi, because the first 2 games you had, right, the ending very clean. A lot of these teams are coming into the late game very, very weak, very crippled because they lost team members. But now, once we're starting to see a lot of these teams come together, then it just gets a little too chaotic, and you can't get those clean finishes for Onmi.
Agree on your standpoints right there, Denali, but then let's take a look onto the highlights and maybe perhaps do a little bit of calculation and predictions right here. We're going to go to the highlights right now.
Take care.
Your penance. Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
Not the first, not the last. Not the first, not the last.
Too late to choose an epitaph. Raise colors! Let them know fear on my enemies! Ambush! Evasive maneuvers! To battle!
Awakening! The wind screams.
Raise colors! Let them know fear!
Under attack.
Your enemies have launched an assault. To your filthy sword.
They're attacking me.
The sea dog? I love this one. Come, we fight. You're just They are attacking me. I love this part.
Shame. I thought you'd be more interesting.
Raise colors. Let them know fear.
To spread.
Raise colors. Let them know fear.
And those are our highlights for our third game of the day. But wait, folks, we've still got one more. But before we jump into that, let's take a look at the overall leaderboard to see where everyone is doing in terms of points. Again, on me, unfortunately, the team, they weren't able to get the first place during that last round, but these guys are sitting pretty with 82.3 points at the top of the leaderboard. Ooh. Happy with themselves. They got one more place to go. I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch up with these guys, even if they bomb out. Parry Party, though, able to get first place in that last round, and also with the point multiplier, we're able to get a big boost in points, up to 49.1, now in second place. A bit of a surprise though, PH1, these guys in second place during last round, they have now dropped to fourth place because unfortunately the team did get knocked out towards the mid game of that last round, and Dog Gang, because they were able to survive during that last game, were able to push themselves up to third place. Now before I pass it back to you, KBC, some things to note here. The gap between 7th and 8th, it is still close, okay? Team 321, they still have the potential to take that 7th, maybe even 6th place, because 19 for both of these placings, it's very, very close. For anyone that doesn't know, top 7 will qualify for the next tournament. So even if you don't make it to top 3, top 4, you are not just playing for the money for this round, but you are also playing to qualify for the next tournament.
Yeah, point taken right there. And I think in addition to that, Danielle, Cardox or KLDG, they're 19.8 as well, which is also very close that they can lose their footing right there in the top 7. I want to give also a shout out to Team Big D. If they can pull this off, if they can get just one perfect round, at least in top 3, they are going to topple out the standings in here. So it's going to be, I believe we already know who will be the top 3 teams, or at least the top 1 team, but it's all coming down to the final few slots. The final few teams are going to be qualifying into the top clans Winter Invitationals. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is KBC Sensei. Alongside with me is the one and only Danielle. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all of the support on behalf of the team as well. Thank you so much for supporting us. And I know Danielle has like a couple of updates for us as well. I heard there's a free skin, there's some sales. Maybe Danielle, you can share with us a little bit of information on that.
Okay, I think the most important thing right now is that if you haven't already gotten into NARAKA, okay, if you haven't gotten into it, now's the best time because they're currently having a 30% off sale on Steam. So if you want to get into it, this is the best time to do it. You get 30% off, you get access to the game. The game's no longer in beta, okay, so it's no longer exclusive. I know one of the things that everyone's been asking is like, when's this game available? When can I get into the beta? Why can I not play? It's available for everyone right now, and it only became available this month. So if you want to play, get into it now. 30% off. We've also got some new characters in this game. We've already seen one of them, our beautiful mermaid princess. We've seen that combination so far. If you haven't been catching the mermaids, then you're missing out on all the action because we've had a lot of stuff. But also one hero that we haven't seen today, okay? Yushan. Okay, he's not played now. He is currently banned, but you are able to play him in the game right now. He is, as KBC says, a very offensive-based hero, very, very strong. Would you say he's worth your money? Yeah, KBC? Yeah?
Definitely worth my money. Any time of the day.
Get it, okay? Get the new hero. He is amazing. And if you have also been playing the game up until this point, there's a new battle pass. So we all know how we love battle passes. New skins, cosmetics, items. Get into it right now. But most importantly, if you're not into NARAKA, 30% off. It's the best time to get into it right now.
Definitely so. For the new players out there, make sure to grab a copy right here. And thank you so much to the chat right here. I'm not sure whether you guys are from YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. I'm seeing Twitch channel chat right here. You have been awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting more time, let's get into the final round of the NARAKA Bladepoint Celestra Cup Season 2. Let's go back into Morris Island.
Oh,
so,
sweet
Danielle.
forest of death. So that's basically what it is.
I like it. Sweet Forest of Death. That is nice. Music to my ears, by the way, then.
It is. Before we get into this game, so you know how you said you liked the color purple?
Correct.
Alright, so I didn't get to talk about this in the last round, so before we start, for anyone that doesn't know, okay, do you know, historically, the color purple is the color of royalty?
Interesting. Today I learned, Danielle. Today I learned.
Yes. The only reason it's the color of royalty is that back in the day, purple was just really hard to find. Like, you couldn't simply combine red and blue. They had to find purple as purple. And if you didn't know, the purple that we know today, and especially the color that people call royal purple, it's not the same purple as that purple back then. It was more of a winey red. It's a very nice color actually.
Wow, what a day to learn new facts coming in from Danny out there. I mean,
Useless
it's really short
facts.
because a lot of I mean like new information and stuff, because for us, like, you know, the Eastern countries, a lot of them like gold, because gold is also tied into royalty. But purple, that's something very unique, and I agree with your standpoint. It's not a very easy color to find as well. Speaking of purple, we have seen that one of the teams running with purple as well initially was Perry Party, and you know, they got the I believe they got first place in the last round, so pretty interesting to see that. And speaking of that, and we witnessed another battle unfolds. Definitely, you gotta be my eyes and ears on that, because it's gonna be team number 2 going into team number 4. It'll be Caldos. They are hungry to secure the top 7 place right here, and they're gonna find team number 4 in place, which is OG. OG, can they do anything to defend themselves and at least get into the top 7? Yes, they do. They take down one already. One member from the side of Team Caldos. Caldos, meanwhile, falling down like flies. Look at that combo, wombo, combo. Already 3 members bite the dust, and they have to secure the next chance of fight in the nearby altar.
On me?
Speaking of nearby altar, on me against PH1. Oh, it's gonna be very, very fun. But then 2 members are down already. Oh dear, Danley, what's going on? Leaving only their captain left alive.
It's a sign. It's a sign, PH1. They are in for a comeback. They're not happy by dropping down to 4th place. They're going to clear out on me. Okay, now keep in mind, they do. Onmi still has the resurrection flowers, so we're going to see them a little bit later on. But PH1, what a way to open the game. And that's not it. We still have 2 more teams playing against each other. It is Team 10 versus Team 12.
Yes, Team 10 and Team 12. Team 10, those guys all hailing from Australia, like our moderator Ahri in the chat section, and alongside with Danley, the homegirl from Australia as well. And now we're gonna see Team PP moving on to team number 12 earlier here to start off with their fight. And Bane's Breath already? What? Bane's Breath is unlocked in the hands of Team Perry Party. What is going on, Danny? Why is it so early that they use their Bane's Breath?
Do you think they don't want to they want to disallow the resurrection? Because you don't want to stand still in the Bane's Breath, right? Very interesting. Unless it was to potentially prevent a team from trying to engage. Oh, before that though, we've got one chase here. It's I don't know if it's Sukiya or Suchiya, but rest in pieces, my friend. It's a
rest in
sad
POG
day to be OG. Yeah. Unfortunate.
I gotta check the names of the Chinese characters. You know, it's not fair for me to not explain their names here. So I'm just gonna check onto the list here. Dudley, maybe you can take it away from me.
Alright, so it looks like Perry Party, they're gonna continue on with this chase. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get this last player for the team. Big D still chasing Juno-san, struggling to catch this player, but looks like he will be able to start chipping away at this armor. So if anything, looks like it's going to be a short kill. Parry Party, all 3 right on top. Easy pick off for the team. And nice little loot there as well. You'll be rewarded for that little chase.
The Big D is going to suffer a casualty again. And speaking of the characters or the players who have the full Chinese names or characters, they actually, if I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, there are actually 2 teams. One is Team Siamese, and another team is Team Cat. So the one that has Catical or Critical, which I pronounce it properly, is Catical. Yeah, that's his or her team, Cat. And for all the 3 names, for Siamese, they will have Chinese characters in hand. So yeah, I want to give a little bit of shout out to them, because none of us can read Chinese. So that's a downside right here. I know a little bit of Chinese, but
I was gonna ask,
my Mandarin is not half past 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask, like, is there any way you might be able to read the names so we can like know what they sound like?
I'll try my best. I don't want to I don't want to butcher the names and eventually chat will just flame
good
me,
luck.
but I'll do my best.
You can do it. Have I got 2 names there? Who's that? Oh, okay, never mind.
I shouldn't have agreed to that. But anyways, yeah, it looks like team number 11 already. I believe this is Team Cat right here going up against Team On Me. A lot of trouble right here. Frostiverse down with a slither of armor before they hit his HP points. But then it looks like the momentum is back here. Frostiverse is going to get 1 kill already on the side of Team Cat. And now the ultimate's coming in from Wildcard. The Neater Nightmare is gonna force Team Cat all the way down. It looks like Team On Me, they have the momentum, but then look
Hang on.
here.
PH1
This
is
is
slay the beast.
PH1. PH1, they want to finally end the run of Team On Me. And look at that, Master Demo is very low on HP already. He's gonna fall down. There is no more Resurrection Flower onto him. PH1 wants to settle the score. It's been long upcoming for the revenge onto Team On Me. Frostiverse, the last member standing, the Indonesian player right now. He needs to bail out, but then 3 healthy members of Team PH1 is going to take away his life, and it's going to be the end. The stagger is real, but yes, it is it. PH1 has completed the impossible, taking down the number 1 team for this match.
Sweet revenge.
Join the fray and I'll up your pay.
Sweet revenge. You know, how many times have we seen PH1 just be beaten to a pulp by On Me? This must feel so good for the team to not only eliminate such a big dog in the competition, but they've also taken their loot for the 2nd time. Now, before we continue on with that, though, we've got Dog Gang fighting up against those guys, and those guys, they might be able to grab this pick off here onto Dog Gang.
Oh, they're looking solid right here for the Australian team right now. It looks like they're gonna try to hack and slash onto Dog Gang. I believe they still have 1 more member left alive, but moving on to a different battle perspective. Team number 6 going up against Team Cow Dogs, another type of dog, hungry for that top 7 finish. It looks like Hyun from team number 6 slicing and dicing on towards Winter. Winter was the sole survivor right here, and he is still the sole survivor till now, but not for long. 3 members hunting on for his head, and he eventually gets yeeted out and into his graveyard.
That's going to be a little bit sad for the team, unfortunately. Just gone like that, but we do have some good news. Team 6 going to be able to grab themselves some very important kills. I do believe for some of these teams that are at the lower end of the bracket, kills now are going to be so important, especially if you're competing for that top 7th placing. Now, before anything though, we do need to take a look here at those guys going to run into Dog Gang again. Now the question is, can they slay them for these points and permanently knock them out of the competition?
Ding ding, round 2 for Team Those Guys versus Team Dog Gang. Malaysia versus Australia right here. But then, ooh, looks like Dog Gang having the upper momentum. They're taking out Kenji already. Kenji is out. Alright, now it's going to be a 2 versus 3. And Smart using the Titan's Call at the right point. He's able to take off 1 pickup. And those guys, they are facing a bit of trouble here. Team number 9 is on their heels as well. Look at that, Gomji. Try to take down Campbell, and just waiting for the right time for all 3 members to wait for the Titan's Call to finish off first or to cool down, and they'll go in for the fight. But then another team comes in. It will be PP, aka Perry Party, saying hi, can we join the party? Right here, taking down some kills. Bane's breath is out. 1 minute down the clock. It's going to be a bloodbath, definitely. And to the chat of the game right now, this is going to be so crucial for the team to not only to keep surviving but to get the kills in hand. Oishi XO, not so delicious at the moment, getting killed by Perry Party. Perry Party looks so strong after the previous match 3 win, and now Dog Gangs, they're hunting for more.
Yeah, the dogs are hunting and they're looking for those poor guys. Now these poor guys are trying to get out of there. I really don't think this is going to be enough for those guys. Like they got to really get some distance, but there we go. Cambo has been caught. Are they going to try and turn around? It's going to be really tough 2v3.
Oh, Dog Gang going up against those guys. Those guys, they still have members actually. They still have strength in numbers, but they're trying to go for the one-on-one situations right here. Definitely, they're trying to avoid getting ganked by multiple members. But then Viperning from DG using the Twilight Crimson is gonna be so difficult because you get CC11 right, and look at that. Peter King is out of the game, and I believe those guys still alive. Kembo, last man standing. I love our observers, you know, they know that I always say that, oh, it's gonna be demolished, oh, it's a squad wipe, but nope, there's actually one more member still surviving, gonna go do some camping later near the bushes. And speaking of near the bushes, the hack and slice and dashing over here, coming in from the side of team number 3 is Barry Barty. Barry Barty following up with the Titan Killers, the on me killers, which is PH1. It looks like it's gonna be a Bane's breath coming in from the side of Team PP. Oh, have to be very careful though. PH1, you don't want to get off guard. And it looks like they're gonna go for the range. They're gonna just chill at the moment, wait for the Bane's breath to finish in 40 seconds.
Yeah, they really look like they want to try and get Boss M, but it's just too risky to get the res off with the Bane's Breath, so they might just have to sacrifice him there. I mean, 40 seconds seems like it's just way too long. Anyways, on the other side of the map, a nice quieter moment since we just had a lot of hectic chaos. Team 7 just going to continue on with their looting. I don't really think we saw too much happening for Team 7. They've just had a relatively quiet game. And it seems the trend so far is that a lot of these teams have just been casually running into each other. Oh, wait a minute. Dog Gang gonna run into Team 7.
Team 7 right here. Let me just take a look onto the name, but then it's gonna be Dog Gang. Starting really hard. They're looking very hard, very poised, ready to attack anybody. And for team number 7 is Divinity. Divinity comprises of Kaizokai, Yujun, and Shaya. So I mean, to all the teams out there, if you guys are watching, right, do us shoutcasters a favor. Maybe just put a tag there. I know it's not a must to do this, but it really helps. It really helps because Denley and I were just talking. We really want to shout you guys out. You guys are the pioneers of NARAKA Bladepoint Esports, and Denley heavily said, please put a tag there so we can do you guys a favor. What say you about that, Denley?
I really would appreciate it, right? Because you want to highlight all these really cool plays, but then I just see these characters, and unfortunately I can't read Chinese, so it's just
yes,
very unfortunate. So please,
let me try to read his name. Okay, I know how to read his name. 时光背面的我. Okay, I believe is Golden Days upon me or Golden Days behind me. Chat, let me know. Whoever knows Mandarin, please let me know in the chats. All right.
I was gonna try and pronounce it, and then you just kept going. You just thought no.
Oops, sorry. You know Mandarin? At least basic Mandarin?
No, I don't know Mandarin yet. I have been taking
studying
some online classes. Yeah.
Hey, that's great. So maybe we get to see you host Mandarin show one day, perhaps? Maybe a game show?
Maybe if like I could do like 3-word openings, maybe.
Hey, that's not bad. That's a great start right there. And speaking of great start, it looks like team number 11. I believe this is Siamese for all the Chinese characters' names, but then look at that. Ooh, with the prison from Tamaj and the Nita Nightmare from Wildcard, but then Team Cat is going to face a little bit of a hiccup right now. They're going to come out all their way with the ultimates from the opposing forces as well. Oh, Cat has to be very careful. Don't want to get grabbed onto this player right now using the Titan's Call. One member already down. From the side of team number 12, team number 11 still have 3 healthy members, but then they want to take down Cat. If they can take down Cat, it will be a fair play, or will it be then? That's the question here. Oh, Viperning able to stun down multiple members already, leaving Team Divinity. They are in the fray right now. Oh, the Titan versus the Titan. This is the attack of Titans here, Denley. Now let's see which Titan is able to survive, and it will be Dog Gang trying to kill off the members of Divinity. Remember, both teams don't have any resurrection flowers at this moment, and it's going to be playing the positional game. And look at DG killing off Divinity. They are out of the game.
I was waiting for the attack on Titan pun. I knew it was coming. I know YouTube will give you Alright, looks like it hasn't ended though, because we have Team PH1 grabbing a nice solo kill onto Team 12, but actually never mind. We've got more teams going in for a complete battle royale down there. Team 12 crippled, but we've got Team 4 joining the fray as well.
Yep, Team 4, Team 8, Team 11, my goodness, they are just side by side with one another. Definitely, it's going to be very chaotic. And we can see that Team 4 is getting sliced and diced already. I believe this is OG. It's really OMG at the moment. No pun intended. But again, team number 11 is right there in the waitings. And another team, I believe, is side by side one and then looks very similar to the color of Team Omni. But Omni is out of the game, by the way, in match 4. Getting killed off by Team PH1 in the back-to-back fight, and now PH1 is just close by with Team 11 and Team 5 as well. Dog gangs, they're gonna play very carefully. 13 people left alive, 13 players still trying to survive and get their kills for a better placement into the top 7. And now PH1, they're gonna strike right here. They're gonna start off with the first strike, but then is this even worth? Because Dog Gang seems like they're gonna have the momentum right here. Viperning ultimate coming in from PH1, able to stun down one member and take down another member from the side of Dog Gang. Dog Gang's not looking too good here, even though with the Define Bell from their 10 high, but it's not going to be enough. 3 versus 1. I believe Dog Gang, their journey here ends real soon. No! The Titans call ultimate just in the nick of time, but you know PH, they have a game plan behind. They can even use range or use cover and wait for this Titan call.
He doesn't fit!
Finish up the cooldown, but you can see he couldn't even go through the door. But oh, wait a minute, Yeri, what you doing? Yes, very nice. Very nice of you to just getting daggered or at least getting CC here. But damage is pulling back forth and forth. There's no way that the last player of Dog Gang can survive.
That looked like it was actually going to go in favor of Dog Gang. I really like the fact that they tried to backstab PH1. They came in with the lure, and I think Smug was the one that actually backstabbed them with a massive combo, but they just didn't have enough damage to finish them up. PH1, they're just looking far too strong, and again, we're looking at another engagement. PH1, again, still fighting. But this time, I do believe that's Team 8. Oh, they are Team 8. Who's that? Team 11.
Team 11, Team 8. So, Team 8 again, PH1. Looking like the stronger teams out here. They still have 3 members left alive, even though no more Resurrection Flower. But again, this is the part where, you know, Resurrection Flowers are not very important really, because you have to fight through the circle and the altar is not there. But then PH1 looking very solid, chasing down the last member, or one of the members of Team 11 with the bow right here onto Matt Cola. And Matt Cola using the grappling hook, trying to chase down multiple foes. And oh, look at this. And it is so close. If team number 6 able to find team number 8 with the gang there, that would be funny as hell.
Oh, they really didn't see them. Team Big D for the big win with the big bush. Gonna make it Big B now because they're hiding everyone in there. But I have to say though, PH1, outstanding performance for the last game. Like, this is the game that counts. These guys were not happy dropping into 4th place, and I do believe if they're able to get enough kills, they might be able to reclaim that 2nd spot, because is Parry Party still alive? Parry Party is down, and I think Dog Gang are already eliminated, so they're out of the running.
Yeah, they are out of the running, and let's just pray that they actually got enough points.
I think they
Parry
might
Party
be
is
able
also
to.
gone? Really?
I think they're gone. Hang on.
Wait, we're down to 8 players left, right? So we have 2 from team number 6. We have 1 from 11, 1 from 12, and the rest are from team PH. I believe the rest are from Team PH. Generally.
So PH,
correct me
if
if I'm
they're
wrong.
able to get the majority of these kills, I think with confidence these guys should be able to make it back into 2nd place on the leaderboard easily. They just need to grab these kills, because remember, they're working with the multiplier, so if they're able to get most of the kills this round, I think they can take that 2nd place back.
Oh, this is going to be very difficult, because PH1 right now, they have the strength numbers. They have 3 people in their party. That's number 1. The rest of the members of the other teams, they only left like maybe 1 or 2. So it's definitely not going to be enough. If you're talking about who's going to be winning in the highest probability, it's definitely Team PH.
What's up with all these bush plays? We've seen a lot of these lately. I think teams need to start making it a habit just to have someone check the bush. You know, it's like, can you scout that bush over there? We haven't scouted it yet. Is there anyone hiding in there? Free kills.
Yeah.
But this is
I mean,
probably
the
what
bush
ends up... Sorry, continue?
Sorry, after you, my bad.
I was just gonna say, like, considering this is probably like the first real competitive event for NARAKA, that teams are going to eventually learn to scout the bushes, right? Just to look for these small pickoffs.
Agree. Speaking of a bush, looks like team number 6 going up against team number 12, so it's a 2 versus 2 situation at this moment. Both teams are actually pretty balanced in top, but then it looks like team number 12 has a little bit of a missed hiccup right here, very low in terms of armor points. But team number 6 is also not far away from trouble. Team number 12, one member is already down right now. Shizuzan needs to run into the circle. I believe I saw him in the Twitch chat, so shout out to this player, Shizuzu Run. And they are able to get the kill right there. So congratulations to team number 6. You are at least in top 3.
Oh, top 3, but the thing is, are these guys in top 7? Right, most important. For the entire leaderboard.
Yeah.
So PH1, they're still running around the map. I think they're just looking for little kills at this point. 6 players left. They've basically got half of the players alive. If PH1 mess this up, I do not know what to say. I don't think they will. I'm very sorry if I'm jinxing them, but I don't think they'll mess it up. But if it happens, I'd be very surprised.
I feel like PH1 is a team that they learn from mistakes. You notice that they didn't do well in the first 2 matches.
Scout the bush! They found him!
Oh, they found it! They found number 11! They found the last member, number 11 right here. It's gonna be an easy kill. Very, very easy. 1 versus 3. No can do. Even though with Vipening CC, what can you do? Can you even run away with that? I don't think so. And now, even though you got stunned, but then one more member, Matt Cola, is still alive right here. He's gonna hunt down the last member of Team 11. And definitely, I'm loving it.
Oh, looks like it's going to be a great one for PH1. Can they scout him out though? It looks like he's able to get a little bit of armor regen. Do you think he can survive? And almost there. Oh.
Wow, so many juke moves. Oh my goodness, even the counter as well. Oh, this guy from Team 11 is very hard to kill, but eventually falls down. And finally, PH. It seems like it's a long time coming. They are going to get that 1 versus 1 battle. It looks like this team 6 or Hyun is gonna get eliminated. 1 versus 3 on the side of team number 6. PH1, this is your moment to shine. Even with the Viper thing, it's gonna be an easy kill. 3 members alive. PH1 are your match for winners and champion.
Oh my goodness. PH1, a team that started off the day with a 2nd place finish with all off of Boss N. Yeah, is it Boss Earn? Oh, it's Earn. I keep calling him Boss M. Boss Earn being able to get the hide, the sneak play in game 1. And then they finish off the day with a complete domination. And this was also on top of them dominating on me, which was a very surprising move. So PH1, fantastic way to end the day. These guys, can they reclaim their 2nd place on the 2nd place on the leaderboard? I think they can do it.
I think they can too. I mean, this is going to be one of the teams that I believe, like I said, they learn from mistakes. They were knocked down from the top 3. They can claim it back right here. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look onto the highlights and we'll be right back for all of the highlights.
Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war. Hail to the queen. Your penance. I found no lies. My fists would do more damage. Stop traipsing and pick up your weapon.
No time for peace and prayer.
Battle. Cannot miss. Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
Come and join this battle.
What? Where did you come from? Enemies to battle.
You non-geniuses know that won't work. Too late to choose us.
Care to join me in this fight? It was not to be this way.
Shame. I thought you'd be more interesting. Back to your filthy soil. No penalty.
I am under attack.
Ambush! Evasive maneuvers! Let loose the sea dogs of war. Gaze upon my enemy. Raise colors. The fools have launched an assault.
Come and join this battle.
Broken as the name. To battle. Come on, team, back me up! Gaze upon my... I love this part. You shall be healed! Cry havoc and let loose the sea dogs of war.
What a way to end the day as we take a look at our leaderboard to finish up all of our matches. PH1, they were able to get first place in the final round of the day, and they managed to reclaim their second place on the leaderboard with 67.9 points. On me, this team has been dominating for the majority of the day. They did fall short in that last game, but honestly, it didn't matter. These guys blew up for the first 3 games of the day, and one mistake, it doesn't really matter. These guys managed to maintain their first place, but Parry Party and Dog Gang, unfortunately, they will drop down as they did drop rather early in that final game. And then taking our 5th, 6th, and 7th slots, we have Cat, those guys, and Cal Dogs. These are our top 7 teams of the day who will be moving on to the next tournament, which for anyone that doesn't know, it's the Top Clans Winter Invitational, where it's a final for Southeast Asia, where they're competing with the top 7 from 2 other regions, Thailand and Vietnam, plus 8 directly invited pro teams, where they'll be competing for a $70,000 prize pool. KBC, honestly, today's been fantastic.
Yeah, congratulations to On Me, you know, proving themselves that they are the top 10 teams, or at least the top teams in Season 1. They managed to get first place in this tournament. Again, special shout out to PH1, Perry Party, Dog Gang, Cat, those guys, Carl Dogs as well, for making into the top 7 for your upcoming tournament. And of course, to the rest of the teams who did not make it, it's okay. Again, NARAKA Bladepoint Esports is very fresh. You guys are the pioneers by just joining it already. Never let this as a demotivator. Keep this as a motivation to yourself, and I promise you guys, we'll see you guys in the next Global Championships.
Absolutely. And for anyone that does want to get in, now's the best time. The game's currently 30% off on Steam, so head down to the shop, buy the game now. Yeah, maybe you can't join in this season, but It doesn't hurt to prepare for next season. Now, speaking of prepare, us fans, us casters, us viewers, we do need to get ready for the next tournament. So, as I said earlier on, right, the Top Clans Winter Invitational, that's going to be the next one that you want to keep your eye out for. It is later on this month, and I do believe it's got 32 teams competing, and it's the best teams in Southeast Asia. And essentially what's going to happen is these teams will compete against one another. Top teams from there will move on to the, I do believe it's the final stage, the Global Championship with the $1.5 million prize pool. So if anything, if you want to keep up with NARAKA esports, you got to make sure you catch out this next tournament happening at the end of this month. KBC, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely so. And if you guys are looking forward to it, make sure to follow NARAKA Esports official page at NARAKA Esports Official for more upcoming esports news. Thank you so much, Danielle, for accompanying me. I'm so sorry if I take out any of your screen time, but the games were awesome. And appreciate you for being my eyes and my ears throughout the tournament. Back to you, Danielle.
Oh, throwing it back to me. Oh, I feel so grateful. But KBC, though, seriously, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure casting with you for today. But as to our viewers, thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and that's going to be it for us. Do make sure you follow NARAKA on socials, because you do not want to be missing out on the next tournament. Again, if you don't remember, Top Clans Winter Invitational, NARAKA Bladepoint C Finals, okay? That's the next tournament. Make sure you Google it up, find out the dates. It's the end of this month, and hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, we hope you dominate your matches, and we'll see you next time.
Our glory may seem lost in the dust. Still, we go forward. We don't give up. We are warriors, born to fight. They may chain us and try to hold us back. But what is in our hearts must be free. Doubt, failure, and regret are the enemy, but struggle is in our blood. It's all just fuel for our fire. We can bear the incredible weight, because chains must be broken. And glory comes to those who are free.
They took my eyes for our god. Was it worth it? Yes. Nothing can hide from me any longer. I now know I was merely a tool to my mother. But I am more than she ever imagined. And I will see all that she has built for her. I am Viper Ning, the Crimson Knight.
Life is like a ship. The strong steer the course. And the weak drown.
I'm sorry. I didn't prepare you enough. After I die, you must become the Sea Dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
What a joke! You're not fit to be a captain, much less the dragon.
My heart aches to go in one direction. The needs of my crew pull in the other. What use is a heart to a dragon?
dragon if you're dead.
You must become the sea dragon. You must rule and protect the fleet.
My father was a great sea dragon. I will be too. I am the sea dragon, queen of the waves.
NARAKA 的力量充满了我的身体，滔天之势。